Showtime. Hello and welcome to another edition of REECAAAP. But tonight we're going to discuss the entire card for UFC Vegas 48. Johnny Walker, Jamal Hill. It's weird, it's spelled Jamahal. I want to say Jamahal, but it's just Jamal, but it's like this long all part. So we're going to discuss every fight on the card, probably make some the 3-leg parlay. And we should have, I guess I extended invites to some guests. Hopefully they'll come on. Hey, Dev, what's going on, buddy? But Dave, were you able to watch the weigh-ins face-offs after you got out of work today?
I got out of work and logged on.
Are you watching right now?
I got stuff going on right now.
Did you pull up stats throughout the week?
Yep.
You got the stat page on the ready.
Stats up.
Nick Alexander, look at these guys already filling in. Sweet. Hey guys, today I I talked to a professional fighter. He's not like UFC yet, but he was on that Dana White's Let's Have a Fight, or what's that thing that Dana White had where he takes these up and coming like prospects or regional scene guys that are doing real well, and then puts them in that Let's Have a Fight thing, or I forget what it's called. What is it called? You guys know what I'm talking about. What is it called, Dave? What is
Dana White's Let's Have a Fight? Or
is it Let's Have a Fight?
No, it's Dana White's. The hell is it?
Oh,
Real news got to have this.
But anyway, he's got a Tapology page. The dude impressed me. I watched his last fight in that thing, and he was a plus 300 underdog, and he beat what?
I'll be back.
Was somebody here?
I'm missing something.
What?
I'm missing something. I'll be right back.
Looking for a fight. Is that it?
That's the one.
I think he was in the there was a card in Missouri because he trains out of Glory MMA. I'm going to build it up and then I'll tell you his name. He trains out of Missouri with James Krause was in his corner in the fight on Looking for a Fight. He was a plus 300 underdog. Short notice guy came in, and he had to jump up a weight class because he's featherweight. He had a fight at 155 against the favorite, a guy named Chris Lucinero or something. But I guess the guy's got sick BJJ. And anyway, the dude was great. He performed rounds 1 and 2. He had him in his back pocket. Then going into the third, he almost got choked out, but the dude got his chin. You tuck your chin, you're good. So anyway, the dude's name is Shameless Don Shimus. Shameless Don Shimus. He's got a Tapology page. I talked to him like 40 minutes today. I'm going to do an interview with him next week. I added on Instagram. I'll find his name. But the dude's awesome. He's down to earth and everything. He's going to do an interview with me. I'm pretty psyched about it. But anyway, let's suppose we should get into this card. What time? Cody from Blood Money said he's going to come on in a few minutes. Dave, why don't you introduce the first fight where I go freshen up my Heineken?
Curtain
Jerker.
Jerker
For me, buddy?
Curtain Jerker, by all means.
Jonathan Pierce and Christian Rodriguez. Give a little brief rundown.
Mario Batista and Jay Perrin.
Oh, that's right. I have an old order. You're right. Jay Perrin's going to get destroyed. But anyway, go ahead.
Yes. Yes, he will get destroyed. Hey, Burlow's here. Nice. All right, first fight of the night, guys. Curtain Jerker. We've got coming in ranked number 58, Mario Batista, coming off of 8-2 record, coming off of a loss against Trevin Jones. This was last year, so a while ago. He is coming in as the moderate favorite, 28 years old, 135 pounds, 5'9", with a 69-inch reach advantage. Going up against the savage Jay Perrin, who is unranked, coming out of New England, coming off of 2 fights against nobody and nobody. He is the moderate underdog, 20 years old, 136 pounds, 5'7", 69-inch reach advantage. So he will have a 2-inch height deficit, and reach is the same. Weight's the same. Age is pretty much the same. So that's pretty much a wash. So just, number 58 against the unranked bantamweight out of New England. Poor Jay. Jay's having his UFC debut here. I guess he's had one UFC fight. He lost his last fight against Joseph. But
Well,
yeah,
it's time to come up. If the opportunity knocks, you're not going to say no, right? I just don't think he should have got the opportunity in the first place, this kid.
No.
Okay.
You get the opportunity, you got to do it, but I guess he won against his last win against Josh Smith. It was a rear naked choke. Before that, it's all been unanimous decisions until 2018. So he's got some BJJ, but he does have, he lost on the Contender Series against Dwight Joseph. That was his one UFC fight. Maybe it's time for him to come back, but man, he's going up against a strong opponent in Mario.
Hold on. See that I just put in the chat, the Instagram? That's the page of the dude I talked to today for a long time. And coincidentally, since we're talking about Jay Perrin, this guy fights out of the regional scene. Don Seamus, I think it is his name. He fights out of Cage Titans. That's a regional scene in Plymouth, Massachusetts. And Jay Perrin is like a champ, and he's defending his 135 title in that scene. So I don't know if it says it on Tapology, but right now Jay Perrin does have a belt in a regional scene. Fitting, right? Weird. And he's fighting on this card in April 3rd to defend his belt over there. And the guy that I talked to, Shameless Don Shanus, is also fighting that card. I'm going to go up and check him out. It's good for me. It's like weird. It's like happenstance that I come across this guy. But anyway, still, Mario Batista, he's got UFC victories against Miles Johns. Come on. How can you? This guy, Jay Perrin, that regional scene isn't not taking anything away from it, but it's not all that.
No,
it's
go
not
ahead.
like
Take away from it. Take away from it.
It's not that. They don't, they have none of these champs. They have all the champs listed. Because I'm going to the event, I started to check it out and stuff. Jay Perrin, 135 champ. The other guys, I don't know who they are, and I didn't spend time to look at their Tapology and shit. So, anyway, as I was saying, he's Mario Batista with his experience. This guy doesn't have a chance, I think it's the biggest, widest line on the card too. Am I right?
Pull up Bet365 real quick. Let's see. Who we got? Oh, Mario Batista -300 plus 240. Not the widest card, not the widest fight, but
what's the widest line on the card?
Jonathan Pierce and Christian Rodriguez -350 plus 275.
Yeah,
pretty damn close.
Dude, the rest of the card is kind of tight. With a lot of these fights are tight.
There's some money to be made.
You just got to pick the right side, right? Yep. And that's what we're gonna do tonight, Dave.
We do. All right. We do pretty good.
So what's next up the card? Tapology. Let's see. We got the biggest line on the card. Jonathan Pierce, Christian Rodriguez. This fight, I got notes and stuff.
I'm comfortable putting in that first fight. I'm comfortable within distance.
What was the odds? I don't do minus number, but I got him in parlays already.
-300, but within distance, Batista is at plus 175. So I'm kind of liking Batista within distance.
You think that kid can last? Jay Perrin?
I don't think he's going to last 3 rounds with him. No, I really don't.
I think in the face-off, I don't know. Mario Batista is kind of small. I watched the face-off, but I don't remember Jay Perrin was the bigger dude or not. Let's see. He's got. They don't have his stats listed either, so I don't know if he's taller or what. What?
Well, they're both the same height. They're both
same
5'9".
reach too.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. But actually, Batista is 2 inches taller.
Yeah, when they weighed in, though, I don't know. It seemed like this Jay Perrin was. I don't know. I could be off. The Tapology stats aren't always correct.
No, they're
many
not.
times they're off. You know what I mean? They're both the same age. Thing is, the dude, he's, you know, he has losses in Contender Series. I don't know. He's just not proven yet. So
no,
I'm
but
not
I am
a
liking
flyer on him or anything.
Batista's finished. I mean, he finished Miles John with a flying knee to ground and pound. I mean, this is a little bit further on, but he beat
Batista by TKO.
Doctor stoppage, rear naked Darce choke, punches.
Yeah.
Like he's got a lot of finishes in his career. I mean, the only ones he hasn't finished is the ones that he's lost. And Juan Pablo Gonzalez was unanimous, and Jin Sun Song. So it's 3 fights he's won and not finished, which is pretty damn good.
So within distance, he's plus 170. Mario Batista fighter wins inside the distance. Plus 170. That might be probably the prop to pick, I think. I think he's going to.
Plus 175. That's the one I'm going with.
I thought you were going to go points. No?
No. I'm going plus 175 by decision. Sorry. Yeah. By KO, TKO.
Inside the distance. Oh, that for me is 210.
I got plus 175 and I'm all over it.
DQ, or yeah, KO, TKO, DQ, plus 210 on my shit.
That's pretty good. So, good odds. I'd take that.
But you said he's got submission finishes too. So I'm inside the distance, 170. Might go that route. It's a little safer.
Yeah. That's me. Inside the distance with plus 175.
Yeah,
I'm not going for
the
TKO or the submission. I don't know how it's going to finish, but I do know it's going to finish.
Oh, excuse me. Bet placed. I'm going on vacation next week. So I had to take some money out of my bet online. Withdrew probably half of what I had in there.
I bought a.
But I'm still. I talked to my wife, and I'm still gonna. I brought the travel board. I'm gonna try to do some content while I'm on vacation, because that's how dedicated I am to this.
This is what I spent my money on.
People were asking where Mbe.
Right here.
I know.
This is my winnings from
Mbe. I don't know. She hasn't answered me. I think she's probably doing something with her boyfriend or something. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah. Good question. Where's Noah Allen? That's a good question. Oh, there he is. There he is. Quiet tonight. Okay. So, who won last week's thing? Ice Viking, Tapology, right?
Ice Viking gets a t-shirt.
I was in the lead for a while. I was in the lead right up to the main card, and then that's when I went 11-3 last week. You did good too, right? You were like right underneath me on the Tapology list.
Yeah, I did pretty good. I always do good. I got 10 out of 14.
I was nailing like exact perfect picks for the first like 3 fights.
Yeah. No, Ice Viking won with 11 out of 14. You had 10 out of 14. I had 10 out of 14, which is pretty much our average.
Look at. No, Mbe's boyfriend is actually is he a gamer, right? He's a gamer, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a gamer.
Like, yeah, like
Call of
Duty like gamer, like competition, and probably has a what's it called, a switch, a stitch. What's the thing that they do live game feeds?
Twitch
starts with an S.
I'm too
Chat
old,
knows.
man.
They're young.
I'm too
old too. Switch.
Goat's back in the house.
Oh, well, you were asking. Oh, you're saying Mbe's boyfriend is MMA. You know what? I think you're right too. She's on all the chats and shit. I don't know where she is. Maybe she's putting makeup on. Anyway, she's got the invite, so she wants to come. She will. Let's get back to this. What's the next fight? Oh, everybody's all over Jonathan Pierce. Am I right? He beat Omar Morales. Omar Morales is decent. You know what I mean? He beat Kai Kamaka. Kai Kamaka made me money in Bellator. He's on a streak in Bellator. Nobody's touching him. He's banging everybody. Yeah, Jonathan Pierce should roll over this guy. I think this guy's like, here's the hot thing. I talked about it in my show. Christian Rodriguez beat Junior Cortez. You know who that is? Tracy Cortez's brother, okay? He trains at Fight Ready with who? Jonathan Pierce. Jonathan Pierce has a revenge thing going on. He said, don't worry, bud. I got you, Junior Cortez. I'm going to take care of this guy that beat you by unanimous decision over in, I think it was in like Contender Series or something. So Jonathan Pierce has a little motivation besides just, they all want to win anyway, but he's got a little extra motivation because he doesn't want to let down his training partner, Tracy Cortez's little brother, Junior Cortez. I'm just throwing that out there too. A little hot take for you guys if you didn't know that. So, and plus Christian Rodriguez, UFC debut. He's from a Wisconsin regional scene called NAFC. He's got the 5-inch height disadvantage, meaning Jonathan Pierce is 5 inches taller. And the dude is small. Jonathan Pierce is like, he's one in the face-offs, he was looking up. He had to look up at Jonathan Pierce. So definitely Jonathan Pierce. I don't see minus 330. Now you said now it's minus 400.
No, it's at minus 350 and plus 275.
Yeah, Jonathan Pierce all day. That's a parlay pillar. But throw him in a big parlay though, not a two-fighter. You want plus money, right, guys? Plus money junkies in the house. I see them all.
You got it.
There you go. About Better's even got Jonathan Pierce in a parlay with Dawkins. Wait till we get to that fight. I got some interesting news about that shit right there. All right,
I think it's another one where Jonathan Pierce finishes this within distance.
Oh, yeah, let's make prop bets as we go. That'll be something. Let's do it. All right.
I mean, Jonathan Pierce within distance is minus 110. Like, I can't even get plus money if I pick a prop.
What's it for a decision?
Decision plus 240.
I don't think it's going decision, though. I think Christian Rodriguez is going to get taken care of. But I don't know. Junior Cortez, they went to decision. I didn't watch this guy fight ever. I didn't watch any old tape. I don't have that time. That's why, like, if Cody or somebody else was here, they might have. Some of these guys research, like, watch. They have the whole fight package where you could watch fights from 2014 when they were amateurs and shit. You can find all sorts of crap if you have that. What's it called? The UFC fight card or fight pass? Fight pass, right?
Yep.
That's what that dude was watching. Let's have a fight, or Dana White's what is it called again? Shit, I don't know. I started at lunch today. That's why I'm really pacing myself now. Listen, Dave, pace yourself. Last week, Dave, I'll apologize for Dave. You had people worried about you.
That's good. I'm glad people love me.
Go check on Dave. MMA Fight Club, Manny. He was worried about you. You better go check on him when you're out strumming through the kitchen.
I'll be fine.
Pace yourself. All right. Let's catch up with the chat. Where are we at? Pierce by vicious, vengeful KO. That's correct, because doing it for Junior Cortez. Junior Cortez is not that good. Well, because he's new. He's trying to be good. You got to start somewhere, right? Tracy is a hype train too. Yeah, I kind of agree with you there, but she can beat probably 60% of the whole division, I would say. She's up in the top tier, Tracy Cortez. I would think. Didn't Tracy marry? I don't know about that. I don't follow her on Instagram or anything. Probably. You know who did? Ariana Lipsky. She married her husband is a American top team, one of the instructors, and that's kind of he's like 20 years older than her. It's weird. Ariana Lipsky, Queen of Violence.
Man, this chat is fucking fire. Jim Miller, KO, or easy sub? I don't know.
We'll talk about that when we get there, Adolf.
I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to get into that. Junior has no experience. Rodriguez is a good fighter, but not UFC. Pierce, that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
That's it.
Jonathan Pierce beat Omar Morales is good. What's he, from Argentina or something, that Omar Morales? But the dude's good. He's kind of Omar Morales was born like privileged. He was born into a wealthy family down in some South American country. I think it's Venezuela, like Argentina or something weird.
Yeah.
Okay, Junior is a high school state championship
from Colombia.
wrestler.
Or no, he's from Venezuela.
Venezuela? Omar Morales?
Sure.
Did you say sure like you don't have it in front of you?
No, I have it in front of me. Come on, I wouldn't
He's
fucking
from Venezuela, right?
that out without knowing it. Venezuela.
There you go. I'm just going by memory. If I open up too many pages, the StreamYard
That's why you got me.
Exactly. She married for the papers. You guys want to hear a little quick story? Back when I was in Philadelphia, I married so she can get papers. For a true story. My first wife, her name was Young Mi Lee. Oh yeah. Then it was Young Mi, my last name, which I don't want to tell on YouTube. But anyway, had to stay married with her for 5 years because immigration annual interview. But we didn't even live together or nothing. I had a girlfriend. It was weird. But whatever. Let's move on. What's the next fight?
I like the David Czar Kurt Cobain comment. I like that. I'm okay with that one. I'll make it eventually. James Young. All right, next fight on the card. Jesse Strader against Chad Einheidliger. Damn it. He's Canadian too.
Is PFL tonight?
Yeah, PFL is tonight.
I don't have Fight Pass, so I don't know how you watch that shit unless you. I probably search streams on the internet, but I just don't have time for that. If it was Bellator, I got Showtime. So, but it's not. That's tomorrow. I made a Bellator parlay. I'm good with Bellator. Remember that was that big bet I
won. What was that? That was $700, man.
Off a $10 bet. Unbelievable. 777 was actually the prize money.
Nice.
Yeah. Remember? What's his fashion? Where's he? The fashion dude. What's his name? That's in the chat. Dave, pay attention.
I'm trying to find the LFA.
PFL.
Sorry.
Who's
PFL.
the dude? Who's the guy in the chat? His name is like fashion, something fashion. Man.
Oh,
shit, you know what I'm talking about, right?
That was last week. Yeah.
He recorded a snippet of my reaction because he was ahead of me, just like you were, like on that Bellator thing. It's awesome. The reaction after, I was like, woo! That was great. That was thrilling. All right, moving up the card. Or did you make a prop bet for this?
Jonathan Pierce within distance.
And that is what?
Shitty. Minus 110.
Yeah, I can't do minus numbers.
That's for damn sure.
I don't do plus. I don't do minus. I might throw them in a parlay maybe. I got them in a couple already. The one from the show. I had a long week, guys, so forgive me if I start rambling too. All right, so no bet there. Our next fight is Jesse Strader, Chad, and Helliger. So this fight, everybody's on this dude Chad and Helliger. They think Jesse Strader's hot garbage, pretty much. That's the consensus.
He's not great.
Only person on the show that I did, the Capital Compares show, that picked him was Craig Allen. That is the older brother of. What do you mean y'all miss Bam Bam? What are you talking about, Dev? Oh, is he on PFL or something? I'm lost. Chad and Pierce. No, we talked about that. We just talked about Christian Rodriguez and Jonathan Pierce. We just talked about that. We moved on. Oh, Chad. Who's Chad? And Helliger. That's what we're talking about now. All right, stop confusing me, dude.
Doesn't take much.
Yeah, let's go back. Okay, so Chad Anheliger happens to have the shortest reach in the UFC. On this card, even the girls outreach him. He's got 64-inch reach. That's for real. So he's got the shortest reach. Jesse Strader has an 8-inch reach advantage over this guy. Jesse Strader, he does have, like, he's got the glass jaw. He got beat by Montel Jackson, a horrible loss. He lost in like a minute or something, ground and pound. Yep. But
2 minutes.
And he's gotten beat by Marcelo Rojo, TKO, first round too. He's got wins, but they're on like Combate, which is the Mexican regional scene, if I'm right.
Yep.
And because he fights out of SoCal Fight Factory and Chemo's Fight Factory, all in Southern California. He happens to be a little interesting note about Jesse Strader. You know, there was the celebrity boxing with Lamar Odom and Aaron Carter. Horrible matchup. Aaron Carter is like a pop singer. Like, isn't he like I'm not a fan of him or anything, but I think he's a pop singer. He's got a couple hits for like teeny girls. But Lamar Odom's an ex-athlete. The thing was, Jesse Strader was Aaron Carter's boxing coach in preparation for that celebrity boxing match. Does that count for anything?
No.
I take it you're taking Ann Hilliger, right?
I'm going to try it. I'm going
with the underdog. He's 2-1, Jesse Strader. Montel Jackson just is better than him, but I think he might have. He's got an 8-inch reach advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Strader is on a 9-fight win streak, but who's he beat besides Brady Highstand? He hasn't beat anybody. Brady Highstand, and that's barely a somebody. Brady Highstand. Oh,
Chad hasn't lost since 2014.
Luke, what's going on, buddy?
Boys, yo, Dad's going wild, baby. I'm gonna be a dad soon, so I gotta hop in.
Are you, buddy?
Congrats.
I don't know if BC Dave has any spawn, but
he does. He does have spawn.
He does.
So really, you got there's a bun in the oven for you, Luke.
Friday night, baby.
Hey, cheers to that.
I think my spawn's
congratulations. This is gonna be your first child, right?
Just for you, Ranj.
What are you drinking?
Guys. Congrats.
Cheers. Thank you, sir. Cheers.
Cheers.
And hey, BC, much support to all of your Canadian friends. I won't get into detail, but Semper Fidelis, I'm a Patriot as well. So cheers. Cheers to all the Patriots in Canada.
Canada's a crazy place these days.
Supply chain issues run amok. But that's not why I'm here.
Yeah, with the
but that's not why I'm here. Ranj, go ahead. Make me the big screen for a second. Let me get my plugs in.
All right. Let me figure out how to do that. I'm not.
So folks, as I just said, I'm having a child. I represent the Perfect Parlay Pursuit podcast. Ranj features us all the time. He features our Trophy certified picks. It's fine. I can work with this. It's fine.
All right. Let's go there. That one.
Yeah,
go ahead.
He features our Triple P certified picks, and I just want to give you guys an update. So Triple P certified picks are 73% in year 2. Okay. That's amazing. By any gambler standard, that is amazing. Triple P certified picks are the picks that me and my 2 co-hosts all sync up and agree upon. 73% in year 2, 76% over the last 21 events. And all of our records are above 60%, but nothing is beating the Triple P certified picks. So if you bet $10 every week on every UFC card on just the Triple P certified picks as parlays, we are plus $496 right now. And if you take into account the 22 weeks that the parlays wouldn't have hit 100%, you're still in the profit, $276. Congratulations if you've been betting the Trophy Certified Picks. We are very much in the money. We're playing with house money. We're having a great time. And as I said, you don't need to parlay them all every week. You can just take a couple of them and make some money that way. But even if you're parlaying them, even if you're the most degenerate among us, like myself, who parlays everything, you are still up $276. Congratulations. Get our Triple B Certified Picks. You go to our YouTube channel, Perfect Parlay Pursuit on YouTube. We've recently launched the Patreon. We have patrons. It's amazing. And
you have a Discord too, right?
we have a free Discord for everybody. We had Alexia, what's his name? Alexa Kamor was in there a little bit ago.
Really?
Yeah, I got Joe Selecki giving us opinions on Miller versus Mota, because as you know, he fought both of them, got knocked out by Mota, fought Miller and beat him. He gave his prediction for that fight, gave it a nice technical breakdown. That's in the Discord. All those links are in the description box of our videos. Perfect Parlay Pursuit. Thank you, Ranj. That's all I wanted to say. But I will give you some more inside info on Jesse Strader, Aaron Carter's boxing coach, because my girlfriend follows Aaron Carter's Instagram almost every day. So she knows just the level of preparation he got for that Lamar Odom fight. And let me tell you, spoiler alert, it was not good.
Oh, really?
Well,
so you don't think Jesse Strader with an 8-inch reach advantage has a shot against this Chad unproven and Canadian regional scene, which is maybe a step up above the Alaska for real. Alan Badeau is Canadian regional scene. I'm telling you, this is for real.
Now listen, watching the weigh-ins, I was all in on. I had Chad Engelhanger as my most confident pick of the night. To be honest with you, I have him ranked number 1. He's ranked 1. He's my most confident pick of the night. That being said, the line is off. The line is completely off for sure. But
did you hear when I said he has the shortest reach in the UFC?
That's fair, but the thing is, it's not like reach matters if you're able to close the distance, right? Reach is only a thing if you are.
You think he's going to wrestle, or do you think he's going to strike?
I think that the fight is going to be a mixed martial arts contest taking place in all sorts of areas, and I think that Chad Engelhanger. Do we really want to be betting him at this line? Of course not, right? But Jesse Strader is an underdog at this line for a reason, and I think in most fights, Jesse Strader deserves to be where he was in the Montel Jackson fight, right? The only reason we got the line that we got in that fight was because Montel Jackson is so athletic, been in the UFC before. Now in this fight, we're getting another guy that's kind of more on Strader's level for sure, but that's the only reason we're not seeing this -400, -500. I think I don't know that Jesse Strader is UFC caliber. And I don't know that he ever will be. But it's the first fight of the night. But it's the first fight of the night. So hey, if I'm going to eat crow,
Chad and Helliger though, who's he beat though? Brady Highstand. Brady Highstand, that was the Ultimate Fighter guy that came in and had his first victory on a fight night card or something. But everybody else, I don't know these people. He's out of like Modern, Rec MMA, and Rise. Those are his promotions, which are Canadian regional, not by you, BC Dave, over by me, north of me, north of you too. You're northeast, right? Where do you live, Luke? Your
right
brother's
now,
in Boston, right?
No,
Alex is.
We're all over the map, and I mean, I was in Manhattan for a little while, and I recently moved closer to my girlfriend's family in Maryland. So I literally just, I got boxes all over the place. I just moved in last week. So
did you say Maryland?
Maryland. Now.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Lloyd Irving country over there. Didn't your brother go to college didn't Alex go to college in Maryland?
No, I went to college in Maryland. I actually trained with a Lloyd Irving prodigy, Cedric, a guy who trains at a Lloyd Irving gym. He's a sick, absolutely sick jiu-jitsu practitioner. And this guy would do whatever he wanted to me. I mean, he was a purple belt. I was a blue belt. We trained at the same academy. He came from Lloyd Irving. We went to college together. This guy would do whatever he wanted to me. I mean, Lloyd Irving's gym, I have the utmost respect for. And I would love to be a trainer.
That's a militant gym. He's like ex-military, that Lloyd Irving, right? He runs his gym like that, like military.
There's also a gym here. John Rollo, one of the first ever American black belts, trains here too.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, John
I know
Holliday.
about the Lloyd. You know, I came from BJJ, so I know about Lloyd Irving.
Exactly. You and Alex, the Euro Under King, who's my co-host on the Purple Color Pursuit, you guys have similar lineage. You were at
and he's in Boston, right? Am I right?
No. He's his lady is in Boston, so he's migrating back and forth.
And Dan is South Jersey, the nice
Philly.
part of like
Right outside
Marlton
of
or something.
Right outside of Philadelphia, Philadelphia suburbs, yeah.
Germantown or something.
Yeah, like the Westchester area. I don't
All
want to
right.
dox
Anyway,
him. I don't want to dox him. I don't want to dox Danny Batman, but
we're getting way off topic now. Way off topic.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, let's get another beer. You guys take it away. Make me small again. Here, I got it.
Anyway, Chad, he's unproven to me, and Jesse Strader does have the big reach advantage. I'm going to take he's 2-1 underdog, plus 203. Is it still that, Dave?
Plus 200. Yeah, plus 200.
Plus 200. He's already did a little. I put him in a parlay, and I did a little half unit bet on. I hedge bet him, so I put him because this guy hasn't proved anything, and he's from nothing. I'm not knocking Canada, but the regional scene in Canada, like I said, I would rank that on the lower level of regional scenes. That's just personal preference. So I don't know. I'm taking Jesse Strader. He's got UFC experience. This other guy's making his debut. He had a split decision in the Contender Series against a guy named Muin Gafarov. So Muin Gafarov, Muin. You say that's Muin, right?
No way.
Muin Gafarov. Split decision, Contender Series. Who else? Brady Highstand. But whatever. Anyway, let's move on. What's next up the Tapology list?
Dude, Brady Heinz. Listen, we can move on, but let me just say this: Brady Heinstand. Imagine they put Brady Heinstand against Jesse Strader. Who would you be picking?
Oh, I would take the Brady Highstand there.
Yeah.
He has a victory in the UFC.
And I know MMA math doesn't work, but I mean the Contender Series in the pandemic era, and this fight's taking place at the Apex, same place that the Contender Series takes place. It's pretty much UFC experience.
Yeah, but you know what I think of the Contender Series is like a top level regional scene. Like CFFC, I think those guys are Contender Series type fighters. The Philadelphia regional scene, Cage Fury, whatever. I rate it to that, and I don't know, maybe Combate, the Mexican scene. KSW, that's the Polish one, right? What's the British one? Cage Warriors. Contender Series, same level of competition. Then there's Bellator. Then there's UFC. That's how I rank. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's just personal preference, I think. But anyway, let's move on from that. I took a flyer hedge bet scratch off ticket on Jesse Strader because he's plus 203, and I got a little bit of money to waste on it. So, but my pick on Tapology, I think, is Chad. Probably Tapology. That's the competition, right, Dave? Anyway, what's next up the card?
This is your girl, Deanna Belveda.
Yeah, I love Deanna Belveda. She looks like one of my ex-girlfriends. Deanna Belveda. Let's open up the stats on this. What is she, Moldovan or Romanian or something? Right?
She is Romanian going against the Brazilian.
But you know what? MMA Guru said she was Moldova. But whatever. She's over from that part of the world. She's 14-6, coming off a nice win against Hannah Goldie. You know, everybody's big on Hannah Goldie. She's got the traps.
I lost money on that.
Arms. You did lose money. That was when you did like your 3 UFC breakdown videos. You used her as one of your clickbaits. The picture of Hannah Goldie.
Great.
I think that's the one where she lost too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Deanna Belveda. She rained on your Hannah Goldie parade. Anyway, she does have losses to Liana Jojua and Molly McCann before that. Thing is, she's got a 2-inch height advantage over Glory DePaula. Glory DePaula, she looked beautiful though in the weigh-ins and face-off. Beautiful girl. Better than she looks in her Tapology picture. She's coming off a loss to Cheyenne Dolidze, buys Vlismus, whatever you want to call her.
Vlismus.
TKO. She got the head kick and her hand was like a second off the floor. If she kept her hand down there, it would have been illegal, and she would have won by disqualification, right? Before that, she lost to atom weight Jinyu Frey. Jinyu Frey is, if there was UFC had an atom weight, that's where she'd be fighting. Not taking anything from her. She's trying to compete in a 10 pounds heavier class than what she should be at. But anyway, this Glory DePaula, she hasn't beat anybody that's worth naming. Has she? No. So, and Deanna Belveda, she beat Hannah Goldie. I'm going recency bias because this is a female fight. It's a coin flip. You know what I mean? But to look at Tapology for this Gloria DePaula, yeah, there's nothing in that. There's a lot of red in there too. Oh, Ariana Carnelossi beat her. Ariana Carnelossi is that she's another muscle-bound girl. But anyway, I'm all over Deanna Belveda. She's like a slight favorite, I think, minus
125.
130. I'm definitely picking her. I think I'm going to put her in a couple parlays too. I already did, so maybe another one. What's your take on this, Luke?
Yeah, in a fight card where I think every once in a while we get one of these cards where it seems all the favorites are able to win, right? So I think this is one of the cards. I think one of the cards where all the favorites win, we could see tomorrow. But the thing is, when I saw the weigh-ins, I was originally, when it was more of a, it's still a pick'em, but it was even more of a pick'em when I originally picked Belveda. I watched the weigh-ins, and I got to say, DePaula, although her record is a lot less impressive, she looked to be the gamer of the two. She, you know, Belveda doesn't have an ounce of muscle on her body. The girl is thin. She's got not a lot of physicality. DePaula looks like she's on those Brazilian supplements more than Belveda. So I was looking at Belveda, and I was like, you know what? When I give my picks, I'm pretty good with the men's picks. The lady fights, I'm hit or miss. You know what I mean? I never seem to be able to get these ones right. So I was like, all right, if my initial pick was probably wrong, Belveda, then this might be the lone slight underdog. She's now a plus 100, DePaula. She might be the lone kind of upset here. I don't see Edgar getting it, and I take a look at all the other favorites on the card, and I'm pretty confident. Besides Buckley, I am taking Al-Hazan formally, but when I saw but even that fight's going to be very close, right? So it's like you're looking for these like matchups. I think some of these matchups, I don't think it's going to be the Bordeaux or the Schraders that are going to be the underdogs that pull it off. I think it's going to be the DePaulas. It's going to be maybe the Al-Hassans. It's going to be one of these more tightly contested matchups where the line is a little bit closer, but you're going to need to be really strategic about which dogs you pick. I'm taking Belveda formally on my podcast, but after seeing the weigh-ins, I made a couple hedge plays on DePaula and a couple parlays without either of them, just because I think this is going to be a close fight, and I think anything can happen in women's MMA. So seeing the weigh-ins, that was one of two that I kind of started leaning the other way. And I don't like to let the weigh-ins confuse me, because at the end of the day, these guys fight the next day. You know, they can look bad on the scales and come back and look really good the next day. But so I try, you know, Gianni the Greek, a great gambler, would say, don't let your lying eyes deceive you. So I'm trying to not let my lying eyes deceive me in what I see on the scale, and wait until the fight night, go with my sober perspective of what I thought beforehand when I studied these two. And I want to stick and ride with Belveda, but I would say that DePaula did give me cause to pause at the weigh-ins.
Yep. I kept this up because you know what? Deanna Belveda does have shitty ground game, and that is Gloria DePaula's path to victory right here. If she gets it to the ground and grapples, but stand it up, I think Deanna Belveda's got her all day. And there was something else I was thinking I wanted to mention, but I forgot it now. But the Gloria DePaula, she does have she's Brazilian, right? So what I was gonna say during the face-offs, did you notice like Gloria DePaula was intense? She had the Brazilian flag draped around her, right? And Deanna Belveda was just big cheesy smile, like goofy, like a goofy cheesy smile, and that kind of took me off of Belveda. I don't know. I don't think she's like prepared as much as, like you said, the intensity was definitely Glory DePaula. She was the more intense appearing fighter at the weigh-ins and face-offs. Where
And
Diana Belveda,
and Belveda's stance was a girly stance. You know, it was like this. It was like, it wasn't like it wasn't like that. It was like, yeah. Like, I don't like when yeah, exactly.
there it is.
Exactly.
Yeah, there it is.
Look how low that right, like that's a pose. Like, yeah, exactly. Thank you, DC Dave. Exactly.
Yeah, and look at the smile on Belveda. I don't know what,
But you know,
I don't
like
know
I
how to
said,
take
don't
that.
let your lying eyes deceive you, because that really means nothing. I mean, you know,
I know. Did you watch Undefeated
some
tonight?
fighters treat the weigh-ins like it's a little micro battle, right? Other fighters like, I don't give a fuck about this. I'm trying to go back and eat. Like, I don't care. So I don't know if it really means that as much to us, because you got to think it's a small concentrated tidbit of what goes on in their whole lives, right? Like, we're seeing a minute of a walk up to a scale, like, and we're trying to make decisions on this. That's why I try not to even do my after the weigh-in show anymore. It's like I'm going against myself here because of the market, right? It's like fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Like, I'm creating fear, uncertainty, and doubt in my own mind, and I don't know that I need that. You know, I don't know that the weigh-ins really provide anything. Like, you know, for example, William Knight misses weight, a world record weight miss. But I look at that and I go,
12
well,
pounds, right?
I go, who gives a shit? I'm like, I'm glad he missed the weight. Honestly, it's not going to help his. It's not going to.
How'd you do last week?
You know, so
How'd you do?
I still bet on Knight and he lost, but that would have been a gigantic indicator of like, hey, this guy's not been doing the road work. This guy can't. But in that instance, I'm like, well, William Knight's a muscular guy, you know, a big guy for the division,
the steroid cycle, retained water,
probably helps him. You know,
Dave, who's going to win this fight? DePaula or Belveda?
I don't like Belveda. I mean, DePaul's got a 5-4 record. Let's go over some stats real quick.
Manny, welcome. Belveda,
strikes landed per minute, 6.72. Glory DePaula, 3.39. You want to take Glory DePaula's...
That's a big stat there. Big stat.
You want to take Glory DePaula's average takedown per 15 minutes? 0. So if Gloria is going to start taking this girl down and win this fight, it'll be her first time doing it. So I don't see that happening. Honestly, I don't. I see Deanna Belveda scoring on the feet all day long. I see her stuffing the takedowns. She has 65% takedown defense against 0% takedown accuracy for Gloria DePaula. I see Deanna stuffing the takedowns. I see Gloria getting lit up on the feet. I don't think she's going to be. I don't think Deanna has the power to finish her, but I definitely think she's going to light up the scorecards, and the judges are going to have an easy, unanimous decision for Deanna here.
Yeah, I agree. I think we're all on the same page. That
DePaul is great on the Instagram. Don't get me wrong.
What's that?
She has her Instagram dialed in.
She got fans only, right?
Yeah,
and
that's
OnlyFans. What is it? Is it OnlyFans or fans only?
I don't know.
Fans.
Once again, I'm too fucking old. I don't do that shit. But yeah, I mean, I get it. I just don't see. I don't see DePaula yet to come in through anything. I haven't seen her beat anybody really.
All right. Well, I think we're all in agreement. I forgot what Luke said.
He'll be back.
Yeah, he's taking the favorite here, so it's Diana Belveda. He said pretty much he's taking every favorite on the card. Do you have any?
He doesn't like the fact that he doesn't like the weigh-ins, but even in the weigh-ins, I like Deanna. She's much more relaxed. Gloria's all tense.
Luke, do you have any underdogs on this card? Just the
so formally,
Buckley's not even the underdog, is he?
I took Abdul Razak Al-Hazan as an underdog, and I took Mark Striegel as an underdog. So those are my two.
Sweet, because that's what fight we're talking about next.
So
Skelly, I'll tell you, Mark Striegel.
Mark Striegel, we talked about this. We think that the wrestling is going to come into play. Skelly knows this, obviously. He got down in the wrestling stance at the weigh-ins. He knows Striegel wants to wrestle him. I believe in the wrestling of Striegel. I didn't like that he was wearing a mask. He was the only fighter to hit the scale wearing a mask. No other fighter wore one. The mandate has been rescinded in Las Vegas, so it made me think like, what's his angle here, right? Like, what is he? Does he have COVID? Like, what's going on here? So I was a little bit concerned about that. Did somebody tell him beforehand, like, you have to wear a mask? And is that why he put it on? Because he was wearing it beneath his nose when he faced off against Striegel. So I was like, what is his angle here? Like, what is he doing this for? It was very confusing for me personally. But other than that, that really has nothing to do with the fight itself. I think Striegel can win it aesthetically. I don't know that Skelly knocks him out. But I will say this. On my podcast, I talked about how Chaz Skelly, when he showed up to fight Jamal Emmers, and Emmers had the back spasm or whatever it was in the back, and it was that really weird instance. Yep. Man, Skelly won me over in his granted, he was expecting to fight, so you never really get a guy more hyped up and with more energy than that. But he was going off. He wanted to fight so bad. I had done so much. And he really won me over. And I remember saying to myself, I should bet on this guy next time he fights. But then I see Striegel as an underdog, and I'm like, what am I missing here? I think Striegel wins this fight by decision pretty easily. So I'm taking Striegel. He's one of 2 underdogs. Abdul, Razak, Al-Hazan's one. But like I said, DePaula and one other that I won't say because it's closer to the main card have me giving myself a second guess.
Well, I agree. I'm also taking Mark Striegel, the underdog here. Chaz Skelly hasn't fought in like 2.5 years, I think. He does have a little bit of a reach and height advantage, which you could see in the face-offs. But Mark Striegel's like a sambo grappling guy from the Philippines. I know he's like, his record is covered with all Asian people and stuff. And he had that bad fight, his UFC debut against Said Nurmagomedov, where he got knocked out in less than a minute, right? So, I mean, not a good look for Mark Striegel, but I think everybody's at plus 180. I'm siding with him. And I think Chad Skelly, he lost to Jason Knight ground and pound. He beat Chris Grutzmacher and Jordan Griffin. But aside from that Bobby Moffitt thing with the Darce choke, premature stoppage and shit, I don't know. I'm just not that thrilled about Chaz Skelly. So I'm going to go with the plus money. It's like a dog or pass spot for me. That Mark Striegel, he's like a champ over in the Philippine regional scene, URCC. He beat a UFC guy called Shinichi Shimizu or something. Well, actually, it was a no contest. But anyway, I think he beat Kai Kara France back in the day. He rear naked choked him. That's for sure. I remember reading that on his Tapology. But I'm going with the Mark Striegel also. Plus 180, that's a value for me, I think. So I'm going with against the grain here. I'll show you the capital comparison pick. You guys see that? Only me and it's your boy eBay's took Mark Striegel. Everybody else, Blood Money, there's Cody. Everybody else was on Chaz Skelly. So, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I think he's going to win by submission using his wrestling grappling. Dave, what do you think?
All over Chaz on this one, guys. You guys can pick the underdog, knock yourself out. I don't see him proven yet. I'm all over Chaz on this one. I'll put a t-shirt bet on this one too. I will not put him in a big parlay just because I'm not that confident, but I don't see this guy. Nah. I got the scrapper all day long.
He's been out of the scene for quite a while. I know he tried to get fights like that one with the back spasm and stuff, and he's training.
That was my thing. They've both been out of the scene for a while, right? And if Chaz was active and went in there against Emmers and even contested himself, I would be all over Chad in this one just off activity alone. But the fact that they've been icing him and it's later in his career, that's what makes me look at the underdog here. And the physicality of Striegel is to be noticed.
Another note, I heard this was Chaz Skelly's retirement fight. He's done after this, win or lose.
Interesting.
And that, usually they don't turn out the way you want when you're retired because you're already made up your mind that you're finished. So Mark Striegel, though, he wants to thrive. So I think the will, like the motivation, is more on the Striegel side. I don't know. I'm going with this underdog there, but
think about your own life, right? Like if you knew you were quitting your job, how much work ethic are you putting in the week that you're leaving, right? I mean, just if you're watching the show, just ask yourself, what would I do? Put yourself in, in the fighter's shoes and be like, it's your last fight, right? Like he's really just looking. He's not necessarily looking for a win. He's looking for a performance, just like Roxanne Modafferi. And granted, one judge ruled the fight for her. It was a split decision, but we all know
that was a horrible.
How?
That was a horrible.
Yeah, I mean,
on.
O'Neal, Casey broke a fucking record on that girl. I literally said on my podcast, I said, if any channel is telling you to bet on Roxanne Modafferi in this fight, you should unfollow that channel. And furthermore, if Casey O'Neal loses, unfollow my channel. That's the gauntlet I laid out for that fight. And guess what? Casey O'Neal got her hand raised. And, these nostalgic people, my motto.
No offense, that wasn't a big stretch.
Yeah.
That wasn't a big stretch.
And it's like, my motto is kill your darlings. Kill your darlings. If you like them, if they're your favorite fighter, just bet against them. Like, because I grew up in the time period where I was sitting, whatever it was, 17 years old, hungry, watching Chuck Liddell fight Rich Franklin, so excited. Chuck Liddell, he's training with Eddie Bravo. He's gonna rubber guard Rich Franklin. He's understood now that his chin is compromised, and he's gonna go in there. He's gonna wrestle. Chuck Liddell got knocked out with a fucking breeze in that fight, and he was my favorite fighter of all time. You gotta kill your darlings, and that's my motto. I mean, I've been wrong a few times recently too. One guy. My method is if they are a fighter who is over the hill, for example, perfect example, Andrei Arlovsky. Andrei Arlovsky's an old man from the Chuck Liddell era, right? But if you take all the fights that they have archives for back till Jones versus Son in 2013, right? You take a look at all of the underdogs that have won, right? You take a look at all the favorites that have won. You look at all of the outcomes. And fighters that are like 5 years older than their opponents lose 63% of the time. However, when those fighters win, they are the favorites 51% of the time. So Andrei Arlovsky came in that fight as a favorite, as he did in a lot of his most recent wins, and he's won all of them. So he falls into this win category that is slightly above 50-50 because it's a fighter that people believe in, they bet on, they push the line, and that sometimes can be your guide with these older fighters, in my opinion. That's why I'm not taking Jim Miller, foreshadowing. I'm taking Nicholas Mota because there's such an age disparity, but Miller's the underdog. And for him to win as an underdog in a fight where he's already statistically disadvantaged it would be probably the first time it's ever happened in the history of MMA. For a fighter as an underdog.
You're foreshadowing. We're not there. We're talking about we're on Chaz Kelly still. You're getting off topic. You're going
Chaz Kelly.
You're going
Chaz Kelly.
Way ahead.
I don't got a lot of time. I got to fit all my picks in a reasonable amount of time.
All right.
But
you already said it.
So BC Dave's taking Chaz Kelly. I respect that. I see no reason why Chaz Kelly couldn't win this. You gave me some new information. I didn't know it was his last fight. I'm riding with Mark Striegel. He's a Triple P certified pick. You can find those picks in the Discord, in the Patreon. I'm sorry, not the Discord, in the Patreon. But yeah, take it, Striegel.
All right, next we got the better of the women fights. Stephanie Egger taking Jessica Rose Clark. Now, Luke, go ahead.
Go to BC Dave. Go to BC Dave first.
All right, Dave, go ahead. Open this up. I gotta go take a read.
Oh,
I'll
no,
remove
really?
myself.
All right. Jessica Rose Clark, Stephanie Egger. Jessica Rose ranked number 14, coming off of 2 wins off of Jocelyn Edwards and off of Sarah Alpar, which I don't know if I like that win over Sarah Alpar. I think everyone should beat Sarah Alpar.
But she brutalized Sarah Alpar.
She did. It was good.
And that's what you gotta do, right? So like
you gotta put Sarah in her place. And she did exactly what she was supposed to do. I'm still not gonna say I'm very impressed by it. She did lose against Penny Kenzad, which is nothing to that's not bad. And her second loss was against Jessica I, which is not a bad thing at all. Stephanie Egger, though, coming off of a ground and pound win off of Shanna Young, and then previous to that, a loss from Tracy Cortez. Not a good look for Stephanie Egger. I'm going to be pretty easy on this one. I've got Clark all over the place on this one. Clark is a professional. I like Jessie Jess in a big way. Don't get me wrong, Stephanie Egger is a good looker. She is ranked 17th, but I don't see her anywhere near the experience that Jessica Rose Clark has.
Fantastic. I agree. We triple P certified Jessica Rose Clark, and the weigh-ins was, spectacular. I mean, the face-off, it's like soccer mom versus rebellious teenage daughter, right? It was super sexy. Jessica Rose Clark coming out looking like Harley Quinn. She already has the tattoos for it built in, does the hair up. Every simp in the world is adoring Jessica Rose Clark. I saw her on the thumbnail of many of the weigh-ins recaps videos. Jessica Rose Clark doing all the right things. A cutie pie, an Australian, training out of Las Vegas, getting it done. Jessica Rose Clark, Triple B certified. One of my locks of the night. Rarely do it on female fights, but I think Jessica Rose Clark gets it done. Ranj, what do you think?
Stephanie Egger looked a lot bigger in the face-offs. She looked bigger. She looked good. I picked Jessica Rose Clark, Jessie Jess. Just she's got the wins going for her against Jocelyn Edwards, Sarah Alpar, but that's not a big braggy win. But Stephanie Egger, she's coming off
Very cute. Let's see if we can get a solo shot of just Jessica Rose Clark too, as well. Her doing the thing.
I got you. Give me a second.
I'm an anime guy myself, like Israel Sanya, so I appreciate all the comic references from these ladies.
This one, I think on the feet, Jessica Rose Clark, but I don't know now. I'm kind of Stephanie Egger was the bigger woman here, and I guess she's got like accolades in wrestling over in where's she from? Switzerland. I guess she's a pretty good wrestler too. Jessie Jess, she's definitely. I think she's the prettier, but I don't know. This is a coin flip. I have no idea. It was a full capper consensus on Jessica Rose Clark, I'll tell you that. But I don't really know who's gonna. I don't feel confident taking either side. I put Jessica Rose Clark in a parlay, but I'm not gonna bet this one straight.
Let me throw some stats out. Let me throw some stats out real quick.
Please do.
Jessica Rose Clark, strikes landed per minute, 4.10. Stephanie Egger, 1.74. Striking accuracy, both at 52%. Defense at 59 and 54, pretty much a wash. Takedown average for 15 minutes. Jessica Rose Clark, 1.68. Stephanie Egger, 2.01. And the only thing that you want to realize is that Jessica Rose Clark also has 73% defense on her takedown defense. So Stephanie Egger is going to have to sharpen her pencil and get that fucking takedown because she's going to get lit up on the feet. And if she doesn't get that takedown, and considering Jessica Rose Clark has a 1.68, has a 73% takedown defense, I don't see Stephanie taking her down. And I see her getting lit up on the feet again.
Yeah, I agree. Jessie Jess, she's definitely got the better, more experience. She's coming out of a good gym, like 10th Planet. Not the one in California though, the one in Vegas. I'm picking her also. There's no reason to go with. I just liked how Stephanie Egger looked in the weigh-ins. That's all. But I'm still on the side with Jessie Jess. But Stephanie Egger, I'm not going to count her out because she looked great in the weigh-ins and face-offs.
Yeah, no, she does.
And I guess she's got that European wrestling too, which I'm not high on that. But Jessica Rose Clark,
judo. She's got judo. I mean, it's judo.
That's what it is, judo, right? Black belt. She's a judo black belt.
Judo has never won a single championship. Unless you're going to talk about Ronda Rousey, a creation of the UFC. Judo has never won a championship in the UFC. Now, if you would talk Caro Parisian, we can talk Caro Parisian. But you got, a girl who's coming in there expecting to do these judo throws against a girl who's training at Extreme Couture. Like, she knows how to defend that. Anybody does. Yeah, sorry I exited. I got this Band-Aid on this finger. Every time I try to go to my next tab and look up some stats, I end up hitting back because, you need two fingers, and I'm used to using these two. But either way, sorry about that. I got a little bit this nail a little too hard studying these fights. I ripped it clean off. Got right down to the nail bed. Female fighters in Sweden lose 51% of the time if they fight a girl with 3 names. I saw that somewhere.
Jessica Rose Clark.
Simple man. The stats that we fucking count on. Appreciate that.
Yeah, you're right. She is judo black belt, but I don't like Luke said. I don't know how much that weighs in on. Like, who is a judo black belt?
Listen to me right now. Judo schools. Okay, you think jiu-jitsu schools were struggling 5 years ago, and they were. They were. Imagine what a judo school is doing. My jiu-jitsu school had to have a guy from South Korea who was forced to learn judo from the military. We gave him 5 minutes at the beginning of class just to fucking respect the guy. I mean, it's not a priority because why? You don't need it. It's not necessary. They've never won a mixed martial arts championship. Judo there's a reason that Maeda had to have his art taken, Japanese jiu-jitsu or whatever, to Brazil. They needed improvements. There's a reason that judo, I mean, listen, judo's cool and all. It looks cool. It looks cool when you throw somebody to the fucking ground like that and all that. But wrestling can teach you everything judo does. And jiu-jitsu finishes the job. Judo is a wash. It's lame. It's boxing. It's not a real sport. If you're doing judo, if your kid's doing judo, pull them out. Get them into wrestling. Get them into jiu-jitsu. Get them into Muay Thai. I would say get him into left way. Have him headbutting motherfuckers.
Look at MMA Joey. He's saying Rousey pretty much won the belt with judo.
Exactly. So, and who did Rousey fight? And the second she fought anybody with any credentials, she got obliterated.
No, come on now. Don't trash judo that bad. Judo's not that bad. Come on. Judo will help you with your kicks. It'll help you against your clinch against the cage. It'll help you against your weight transfers. But that's where its limitations are. It's only going to help you with certain aspects of the MMA game. It ain't going to win you. I mean, I'll watch Eddie Bravo choke somebody out and who's 30 years younger than him and 200 pounds. That's jiu-jitsu. That's something different. But judo is just not going to get you there. But it will help you with kicks. It will help you with weight transfers up against the cage. It will help you with that grappling. But that's about it.
The problem with judo is that you need to be wearing a gi or a jacket or something for it to have any success. It's like gi jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Gi jiu-jitsu can, in a lot of ways, help you refine your no-gi jiu-jitsu. But with judo, you're talking about trying to get these grips that you usually have cloth to grab onto, and you're slipping. You're slipping against tricep. It's not practical for modern MMA.
I agree. You need that gi to grab, just like
Yeah. No, it'll help you, but it's not gonna do anything drastic to change your game.
I think it's better in karate base. No, I don't know. That's a tough one. The worst, base.
Hey,
martial arts.
Venom Page, Lyoto Machida. There's plenty of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, 2-time title challenger. There's plenty of karate examples. Right. And karate is more about, the range you keep and the strikes you throw and the precision at which the strikes you throw. That all is applicable. I'm not saying judo is not entirely applicable. Like, it has a place, you know what I mean? Like, but Daniel Cormier did a lot better throws using Olympic wrestling than Ronda Rousey ever did. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. So, we're all fading Stephanie Egger. We're taking everybody's on Jessica Rose Clark. I was just trying to make a contrarian argument, for Stephanie Egger. But I guess we'll go with the favorite there. Everyone's in agreement there. So, Kayla Harrison, she's whipping everybody's ass with judo. She's a thumbs down. If we had some heavier women's weight classes, she'd be over here.
Kayla Harrison is not winning because she's a judo practitioner. She's winning because she's on fucking steroids. She fights in Bellator, guys. She can't pass USADA. Like, let's be real here.
Not even Bellator. She's like PFL, right? Or what? She won the $1 million tournament twice.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't even know or care. Like, this idea that she was going to come in and fight Amanda Nunes, it was going to be the biggest women's MMA fight. Who gives a fuck?
I like her. I like her too, Kayla Harrison.
I hate her and her manager. I hate Ali. Any Ali Abdelaziz fighter is, to me, skeptical. I'm like, eh.
All right, we're going off topic again. They're right. All right, let's move on. What's next up the card? On Tapology here.
Gabriel Benitez versus David Onama.
Oh, this is going to be a good one because Gabriel Benitez, he's the veteran here. This is going to be a challenging one. I'm on David Onama, the hot prospect. I think there's something special about that kid. He can, he had that fight against Mason Jones. He took that on super short notice, and he did unexpectedly very well in that unanimous decision loss. Nobody expected him. He was like a big underdog. He still lost, but still short notice UFC debut against Mason Jones. And if he had a full camp, I think he probably would have beat Mason Jones. That's the thing. But Gabriel Benitez, Mowgli, I think he's starting to fade a little bit. He's coming off a loss to Billy Q. No shame in that, I guess. Billy Q's a slight bit above mid-range. He's kind of in that top third of the division featherweight, I would say. Justin James, that he beat him, but who doesn't beat Justin James? He lost to Omar Morales, who Jonathan Pierce beat up. Remember, I talked about that earlier. Sodiq Youssef, he lost to him. So Gabriel Benitez hasn't really shown me that he can beat anybody. Justin James, the Guitar Hero. I mean, that's who do you beat? Humberto Bandone. That was a while ago. Thing is, Gabriel Benitez does have the massive experience. He started his UFC debut was back in 2014. So David Onama, this is his it's his second fight because he had that Mason Jones, that quick one, So thing is, David Onama, Glory MMA. But thing is, Gabriel Benitez, American Kickboxing Association, AKA. So the schools are both phenomenal. The training facilities, both phenomenal. But I'm going to go with the silent assassin, David Onama. I think he's the hotter prospect. Gabriel Benitez, like I said, I think he's starting to go over that hump of where you begin your decline. He's 33, so he's not quite out of the prime range, but I think, I don't know. I'm going with David Onama here. I think he's going to get it done. What about you?
Oh, I'm all over Onama on this one. I like the silent assassin. I mean, I bet against him when he was going against Mason Jones, but that was just because of the short notice. And he showed me some nice, decent skills. Like his stand-up is slick. He is quick. He fires off quick, and he's got decent takedown defense too. So I think he's going to give Gabriel Benitez a whole world of problems tomorrow night. I think Benitez does not realize what he's stepping in the cage into. And on top of which, Benitez is way shorter. He's 3 inches shorter, and he's got a 3-inch reach disadvantage. And he's older. He's 4 years older. I'm going to go with the young up-and-comer on this one. I don't like the any of Benitez his wins. I mean, his last win against Guitar Hero. Okay, Guitar Hero hasn't won anything in like 5 fights. So I haven't seen anything come from this guy, from Gabriel Benitez, and he is out of Mexico, so I don't want to fade him too much. But since 2018, against nobodies. So I can't put my money behind him. I just can't do it. I'm all over David Onama, sorry.
Agreed. Confident pick. And the odds are not bad at all. I think he's like minus 150 or something. Let me see.
I got minus
175. So, money's been coming in on him. That's why. But
but I like him in a
yeah.
parlay with Deanna Belveda, and that still gives me plus 200.
Oh, that's a good one. I might do that.
It's not bad, eh?
Let's see.
I like
Where is he?
Belveda. I'm pretty confident on that one. I'm pretty confident on this guy. So I think that's a good parlay bet for me. Just 2 fights, nice and simple, not too hard.
Yeah. Blood Money keeps trying to get in here, but it says device not connected.
I wanted to take Benitez. Oh, sorry. You're talking. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I wanted to take Benitez. I took a look at Benitez as a deep underdog. The line has since moved a little bit. I wanted to take Benitez, but when I explored their records, I was like, you know what? The decision loss against Jones, it's probably what's keeping this line closer than it should be, because I think Onama is a better prospect. If you really explore Benitez's record, it's like his best win in the last few years is you got to really scratch to find it. You know what I mean? Is it Jason Knight? Is it like who really? It's not Justin James, because we just saw what happened to him against Charles Rosa when he had everything to lose there. So it's like I'm taking Onama. I wanted to pick Benitez as 2 underdogs at first. Abdul Razak Al-Hazan was more of a pick 'em at one point. And I wanted to take Benitez and Striegel as my 2 dogs in a fight that I thought was going to be very favorite heavy fight card. So I'm taking Onama, and the weight miss, I mean, it doesn't help, you know, Benitez's cause.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He missed weight. By how much? Not by much, though, right? It's close.
Not by much, exactly. Not by much. So, I mean, he tried to get there. He didn't try.
That's a negative to him. That means he's sucking weight, and he's going to be dehydrated. And
you got to try hard to make weight.
But those last 2 pounds are sometimes the hardest, you know. And so it's like he might be coming in a little bit less compromised than he would have been if he made the weight.
True. I just haven't seen. I haven't seen him beat anybody special in the last 4 years.
Yeah, it's all hype with Benitez. It's all this AKA. He's got a hard leg kick, and I just don't know that Onama's going to be.
Don't get me wrong. I'm all over the Mexicans. I think the Mexicans are kind of the way to go. I think they're PIs. I'm telling you, I've been pitching this for a while now. But this is not the Mexican that you should be putting your money on.
Agreed.
The exception to the rule.
I agree with all that. All what both you guys said, I agree.
Well, and to your point, he's not at the PI. He's at AKA, right. A place that's been kind of bled dry, kind of like Greg Jackson's, right? It's like at one point they had the cream of the crop, but it's like a football team, right? I mean, it's like, you know, players change, people change, personnel change. Folks get rich and don't need to do the work level that they were doing in the past. Like, you know, how many fights has Greg Jackson been in the corner for John Jones for? How many fights has Mike Wigglejohn been in the corner for Holly Holm for? It's like these coaches are making money too. They're getting older too. They were older than the fighters too when they started. Their motivation isn't the same. Their motivation isn't the same since the buyout of WME IMG. Like they are phoning it in to a certain degree and outsourcing and hiring new people. And sometimes that can be good. It's not necessarily always bad. But if you're not looking to kind of key and continuously build upon what you've created, like the UFC is with the PI in Mexico, that would be an instance where it's like, yeah, you know, the UFC is going to get some good people down there. But when you're a gym that's already had its best day with Cain Velasquez, with Luke Rockhold, with Daniel Cormier, with Khabib, every weight class, right? And now you have the pandemic, and a lot of these Dagestanis, they go with Khabib. They're not hanging out in California anymore. They're going back to Dagestan. They're going back to Abu Dhabi, wherever it is that they're hanging out. But yeah, I think this one it's a sneaky dog. But Onama, I think, gets the win.
I agree. We're all in agreement there. He's a confident pick for me. He might be on the confident parlay at the end of the show. So, all right, let's move on. What's next?
Oh, main card. Joaquin Buckley.
Are we getting into it?
Yeah, Buckley against Abdul Razak Al-Hazan. Number 40 against number 36.
Good fight. I got parlays with both these guys in it. But this is going to be a good fight because these guys are both glass cannons. They both are suspect durability, and they both can knock people out. So, I mean, this could really go either way. It's kind of like a middling heavyweight, if you would, because they both have knockout power and they both have been knocked out by head kicks. Alicio Di Chirico head kick knocked out Joaquin Buckley after he did that whole. He had that Impa Kasangale, the spinning back kick, the knockout of the year against Impa, right? Then he lost to
I just
Beverly Hills
realized
Ninja.
that.
I remember I covered that show with you on your channel, Luke. Remember we were joking on Jordan Wright. We're like, oh, alas, look at the people, his padded record. Look at the opponents he's fought. Beverly Hills Ninja. Come on, Joaquin Buckley's gonna destroy this guy. What happened? Jordan Wright knocked him out in the second round. Gave him that bow. I think that right. Am I right? I was on your show. You had me on your show, and we just. I think you
were.
For sure, I was. I remember this because I remember you pulling up his Tapology, Jordan Wright's, and he has like opponents with like a 1 in 26 or something crazy. But anyway, Joaquin Buckley though, I don't know. He's because he got that super spinning back kick against Impa Kasangane, and most recently he took out Antonio Arroyo, who I'm not impressed with ever, but he took him out round 3 with a right hook. So New Mansa can knock people out. On the other side, Abdul Razak Al-Hazan, he took out Alicio Di Chirico in 17 seconds, the one that head kicked Joaquin Buckley. So MMA math is leaning Abdul Razak Al-Hazan. However, he has the loss to Jacob Malkoun because Jacob Malkoun used his wrestling. And he has a loss to Chaos Williams because Chaos Williams used his knockout power and took him out 30 seconds, I think, round 1. He lost to Monir Lazez. So right there's 3 losses in a row. Monir Lazez, that was a unanimous decision. To be honest with you, I don't remember watching that fight. I don't know. I don't even know when it was, but prior to that, he has a win against Nico Price, which Nico Price, that's a good win, I guess. He knocked him out in 43 seconds of the first round. Abdul Razak Al-Hazan has a 92% finish rate. I heard from one of these cappers I listened to. 92% finish rate in all his wins. So that is phenomenal. And I think they're all in the first round too. So this could go either way. I'm on the side with Joaquin Buckley though. I just think he's got 3-inch reach advantage. So there's that going for him. He's training with Chris Curtis over in Extreme Couture. Abdul Razak Al-Hazan trains out of Fortis MMA down in Dallas, Texas. I'm like with who's Alex Morono's out of there. Fortis is decent, but the Extreme Couture has Chris Curtis and Joaquin Buckley just moved there from. He was like in some Illinois Finney's Hit Squad or something, I think. But I don't know. I'm siding with New Mansa, Joaquin Buckley in this. But it really could go either way. What's your take on this? Who wants to go next? Luke?
I got you. This will be my last breakdown. My main card predictions are on my channel, Perfect Parlay Pursuit. You can find all of my main card predictions there. In addition, you'll find my 2 co-host predictions, which, as I said at the beginning of the show, we are 73% accurate, PPP certified. All 3 of us, the picks we sync up on, we are 73% accurate in year 2 of our podcast. This fight, I'm taking Abdul Razak Al-Hazan. He is not Triple P certified. My thing is that, Buckley and Al-Hazan, they both have the same style game plan. They both want to get the highlight reel knockout. Al-Hassan's better at it. I'm sorry. He's better at it. He's going to, he's going to be able to read this guy. He's going to be able to – my co-host said that Buckley has actually a better reach, which you wouldn't expect. If you see these guys match up and you go, oh, well, the reach is going to be in Al-Hassan's favor. No, Buckley actually has a pretty long reach. But you got to think about the way they throw their punches, though. It's not all about wingspan. Sometimes it's about the way they throw their punches. And the way that Buckley's chest and shoulders get in the way of his kind of crank, I feel like that's going to be the difference maker. I think Al-Hazan is going to slip something in. I think Al-Hazan gets the knockout. You mentioned that Al-Hazan went on that 3-fight losing streak. He had a conversation with his child. His child was like, "Daddy, you can't keep losing anymore." He went on and he got that knockout win.
I heard that. Yep.
Buckley's best win is against Impa Kasaganai, which is with a move that you really got to kind of put on an outlier, right? Like, you got to be like, well, that's not going to happen every time. And that opportunity was kind of a lightning in a bottle kind of thing, right? It's not like Anderson Silva. It's not like Israel Adesanya, knocking people out with question mark kicks, knocking people out with head kicks and knees and stuff. Those are fundamental techniques. What Buckley did in that fight with Impa, who I believe is the much better fighter and would win in a rematch, he was able to do that, in a lightning in a bottle kind of situation. Whereas Al-Hazan has kind of gotten through the worst. He's trudged through the worst of his career, I think. And now he's in a point where he's like able to be confident, able to be himself in there. That 3-fight losing streak wrapping up, I think it's going to do worlds for him. But here's the thing. The main thing is that, Buckley, they showed the knockout of Arroyo as one of his highlights. He was losing that fight. He needed to win that. I don't have much respect for Antonio Arroyo. So for that fight to be as competitive as it was, and for Buckley to barely scrape by with the knockout at the end, I just don't have a lot of confidence betting Buckley. So I'm going to take Abdul Razak Al-Hazan for my last pick of the Capper Comparison live stream. And with that, I'm going to tag Blood Money MMA bets Cody in, and I'm out.
Thanks for coming by, Luke. I appreciate you.
I'm here, Nick Abban, and I'm moving on to Miller Lite. If you want to follow me and my channel, Perfect Parlay Pursuit on YouTube. That's where I'm going to check your channel out too. There. Get them. Join our Discord. Join our Patreon.
Thanks Luke. You're always welcome.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I think I want to make it to Friday thing. I don't want to do my Friday show with my normal guys because it's like we just reiterate the same things, So I'd rather hop in on yours on Friday. So I think I'm going to make this a thing.
Yeah, you're always welcome.
I got a
tea. Plug it to my audience, and we're going to boost this up. Because Cap, no offense, but when we started doing our channel, you were featuring us, and you had a lot more subscribers. But I think we might have passed you now.
What are you at? I'm at 809 or something like that. 811. I'm at 811.
725. We're nipping on your heels. You had a big gap at first. You had a big gap. But thanks to you and thanks to all your features, we've been able to grow our audience. So thank you very much. I plugged this live stream in my Discord. And Cap, you are a friend of the show. You're welcome anytime for Play Pursuit as well.
Awesome. I appreciate it. Thanks, Luke. You're always welcome here too. So, all right, go tune into Luke and his Patreon, Discord. Go to check his channel out, and you have links on your channels to all that shit. So, all right, later, buddy. Cody, welcome to the show. How you been, buddy? I saw you trying to come in. You kept having audio-visual problems.
Dude, I don't even know. When I get on these, even with Johnny the other night, my phone, whenever I get on it, it says my mic and my camera be muted, even though for this StreamYard, I have it accepted on my phone, but I got to go in. I said, to be honest, I don't even know how I got in this time again. I think I hit the microphone and click some, and then it'll take me to the Google Chrome browser. It's if this don't work, click that. As soon as I click it, it brings me in perfect. So, but I'm here. I finally got in. It only took me 30 minutes, man.
Well, you made it for the main card, right? This is the first fight in the main card, right?
Okay.
Oh, second fight main card.
Is it? What was the first fight in the main card?
No, dude.
The Al-Hazan fight was the main card. Where's the first fight?
Oh, all right. So, and okay, where did we leave off? What were we just talking about? Sorry.
Al-Hazan. You guys were talking about how Abdul Razak Al-Hazan was going to knock out Buckley.
So this is the first. Yeah, Dave, we still made it. You're taking
that's
Al-Hazan. Yeah, that's what I just said. Anyway, Cody,
Who
can
you
you give
got?
your little breakdown on Joe Queen Buckley and Abdul Razak Al-Hazan? I'm interested to see what your take is here.
I bet Abdul Razak Al-Hazan, because I mean I bet that mainly on the fact that I think they should be like pick'ems, because I don't really see where one dude's better than the other. Like I know a lot of people want to bet on Buckley because they think that Al-Hassan's going to gas, but Buckley's not going to wrestle him. Like Buckley's not going to. That's how Al-Hassan usually gasses, if he has to wrestle a lot. But Buckley's got like a 16% takedown accuracy, and some of them are against terrible, like Arroyo and that. But I think that if this is going to come down to two knockout dudes and who's going to get knocked out, I think that Al-Hassan has more legit one punch knockout power. Oh, there's Johnny K Picks. Who did him on? But there's legit like one punch knockout power. And the way I see it is Buckley, if you watch a lot of his fights, he likes to come in, put his head down, and just start throwing like power hooks with both hands. And I think that's going to get him knocked out here, because you got to respect you got to respect Al-Hassan's power. And I don't know if Buckley's going to do that, but and then if you want to get into like more power, I'm gonna give more power to Al-Hassan. If you want to get into like durability, I mean, I've seen Buckley knocked out 3 times. He got knocked out by like a jiu-jitsu type dude in Bellator, and then I mean, he got knocked out pretty cold by Kevin Holland. Got knocked out by Vitorico. Like, I don't know, man. I just think I think I mean, he's got a little reach on him. And they pretty much do the same thing, but I think this is going to be a standing fight though. So I'm like, I think that because Al-Hassan's a black belt in judo too, so I feel like it's not.
That's
like
why
Buckley
his nickname's Judo Thunder.
Exactly. So I mean, maybe if he wanted to, he could even land the takedowns if he wanted to. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be more powerful than Buckley. They're both coming up from 170, but and I think he's more explosive, more powerful. Buckley's more of a beat you down over 3 rounds and beating you up, unless like it's like the Beverly Hills Ninja or something. But I think Buckley's too hittable for a guy like Al-Hassan. And then if you give it to, I bet Al-Hassan at plus 125. I put 1.4 units to win 1.75 units. And I think that, I mean, like I said, it should be like even. It's not like I'm 100% comfortable he's going to come out and knock him out, but I really do favor Al-Hassan. And then at plus money, and I see it's even going up more now. I've seen he was plus like 140. So
what's the latest
exactly.
odds right now? Bet Online says Al-Hassan is plus 145.
Yeah, I just don't. I can see, but like, it's not like Buckley's bad or nothing. But if we're going to talk about these dudes doing like the same thing, I think that Al-Hassan's going to do it better. Like I said, Al-Hassan, I mean, I don't think he's going to gas out. Like the Munir-Lizez fight, that's tough because he just came back. He didn't fight for like 4 years. So you got to give his cardio all
the accusations. Was that after the
exactly. So then hard telling
so
how
he
much
had a lot of shit going on in his world right there, you know.
So he comes back to Lizez, who's actually pretty tough, even though fucker lost me all that money against Worley Alves. But then he came back against Chaos Williams. So how many? And then he lost to Malkoun. So he had them 3 losses, but Chaos Williams underestimated him, like Buckley's about to do to Al-Hassan this weekend. But then he got out wrestled by Malkoun. But we just seen Malkoun's a beast, dude. So I think, like I said, I got Al-Hassan. I bet him, and I really think Buck.
I really think Buckley's too cardio. Who do you think has better cardio if it gets past the first round? Because the over/under right now is set at 1.5, and it's minus number either way. Minus 105 for over that, minus 125 for under that. So you can't. Who if it gets into deep water, like second and third round, who do you think has better cardio? I would kind of have to go with Buckley, and that's what's leaning me that way. He's 27. Abdul Razak Al-Hassan is 36, and Buckley can keep it on the outside with his 3-inch reach advantage. That's what tipped me to that side. You know what I'm saying? Right.
But that's a what if, because you got to get to the third round with Al-Hassan standing. Like these other guys beating him. I mean, Chaos, that was like a 30-second fight. Malkoun, he just out wrestled him right off the bat. And Linez, I mean, he was crushing Linez for that first round, kind of gassed himself out. What shirt you got on today?
No, I'm just saying this is a great t-shirt bet for me. Great t-shirt bet.
Oh yeah.
But
I don't know. I'm still on the fence.
what you guys are underestimating
my
is
heart says Big Buckley should win. That's what
All
I
right.
think. But
I'm with kind of
like I
with
do I get my 2 minutes here? Give me
Yeah.
2 minutes. Give me
yeah,
2
you
minutes.
got it. Even though you already said you're all over Razak.
But
we
why?
need- Okay, Dave.
Why?
All right,
The reasons why. The power advantage is going to Al-Hazan. Guaranteed. He's got these guys both have one punch knockout power. I get it. Al-Hazan has the advantage there. Now the big thing, striking accuracy. Al-Hazan way more talented, way better accuracy on his striking, and he only needs one. All right. And I mean, I get it. Buckley doesn't have the defense. He's got the age advantage and he's got the reach advantage and he's got all that other crap. But the power and the accuracy is going to come from Al-Hazan.
Right.
This is
No,
not going
it's
to go
right.
the distance. This is going to be within distance. And with that power and accuracy, it's just a matter of time. First round or second round. I don't care which one it is, but it's going to be one of those two. This is not going to ground.
I'm with Dave.
The chat I put up, that's for real. I heard that from a different capper too. He's having like the Detroit police self-defense guy cornering him. I don't know if that. Yeah, that's interesting.
And the one thing I will say for Buckley, over all of his career, he has maintained a 100% takedown defense. Nobody's going to be taking Buckley down. All right. I don't care what you guys say. Yeah. Buckley's not going down, but he will get knocked out on his feet.
Who tried to take him down?
You got stats, Dave? You have stats in front of you? Tell me the striking stat.
Because they're better for Buckley than they are for Hazan.
Right. Well, let me hear them. Come on.
Right. Johnny's right. Johnny K. Fix is right.
Strikes landed per minute. Buckley 4.16. Al-Hazan 3.71. Striking accuracy.
Okay.
Buckley 37. Al-Hazan 48. But it's more than 48. Trust me, he's got way better accuracy. Strike absorbed per minute. Both a wash at 4.21 and 4.23.
Okay.
Defense 51% for Buckley, 53% for Al-Hazan. Takedown average 0.8 per 15 minutes for Buckley, 0.5 for Al-Hazan.
So that is definitely staying standing.
Down the ground. Takedown accuracy for Buckley 16%.
Are you training in Denver?
Takedown accuracy for Abdul is 28%.
Elevation. I heard he's training
that.
with Usman in elevation.
That's exactly it.
So he left
He's got the better
Texas.
camp. He's got the better coaches.
Yeah, he left Fortis Al-Hazan training at elevation.
Al-Hazan has
so elevation, they do that. They're higher level of elevation, so oxygen's thinner, so they have better cardio.
Plus money full unit on this guy. Plus money full unit. I'll put a t-shirt bet. Oh, I think Al-Hazan has better power than Buckley.
For sure.
I really do.
For sure.
I'm not t-shirt betting. I have both of them in separate parlays, but I don't.
Sucks to be you.
On Tapology though, I picked Joaquin Buckley. I told you.
I know someone said earlier that 1.5 seemed like a bait. I mean, it kind of does. These guys might not come out just throwing bombs because they're both probably might respect each other a little bit, but
they might.
I agree.
But
I think they.
But also, you know what I mean. It could also be 30 seconds. So
it ain't going 15 minutes. I get the first round.
Might be a first round staring contest, fainting.
Right.
Both of them.
Right. Nobody wanted to get knocked out.
It could happen that way.
Nick, what's up? I see Nick's on there. You got a nice chat, man. Got a lot of good people in there.
Yeah.
We have a smart chat.
Good today.
We have a smart, educated
all right.
chat.
So
exactly.
You guys are both on Al-Hazan. I'm leaning Buckley, but I'm not confident with it all. But I am leaning that way. So let's move on. What's we have Parker Porter yet?
Come on, I'm down. T-shirt bet.
I'm not t-shirt betting it though. I said I'm not confident. We already got a t-shirt bet, don't we?
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
I called this. Called this t-shirt bet last week.
How'd you do all your bets last week, Dave?
Oh, we do. We have Chaz Skelly, Mark Striegel t-shirt bet.
Oh, okay.
I'm taking Mark Striegel. Who you got for that one, Cody?
Skelly. I got Chad Skelly.
Yeah,
Like all the
after
tape
his
I watched, I cannot find
2.5 year
nothing like.
layoff.
Yeah, but
Well,
I mean, Street.
you watched that win against Gritzmacher?
No, I watched
Gritzmacher?
Striegel's loss to Reese McLaren. That hurt. I mean, dude, he was fighting Reese McLaren on short notice. He's a dude from England, and like he was at least a weight class below Striegel. Striegel came out, took him down a couple times. McLaren's he's like a scrappy dude. He's got decent jiu-jitsu, but he ended up getting choked out in the third by McLaren. Like Striegel don't have that much he don't have that much gas in my opinion and stuff. And then he's gonna be a lot smaller. He don't got really good striking. I mean, you've seen him get knocked out by like Said Nurmagomedov, hit him with like a baby shot kind of and dropped him and then put him to sleep. So he's a can crusher, dude. Striegel's a can crusher. He's got a good record, but he has never fought nobody. Skelly's tough, dude. And Skelly, you know, he ain't going out real quick. And doing this, and Skelly's gonna be a little bigger than him. He's got like 4 or 5 inches of height or something like that. I think he's gonna have better
Like
wrestling.
3 inches, I think.
What's it, 3? But I think he's gonna have better
yeah.
wrestling, just as good at jiu-jitsu, way better cardio, and maybe even probably.
You know, Mark
striking.
Striegel choked out Kai Kara France. You know that, right? Back in the day.
Yeah, that's a 125 pounder though. He was probably bigger than him. And Kai Kara France had a lot of bad losses early in his career. He had like 5. I don't think he was a striker when he first came in. He didn't have much ground game. But I mean, yeah. I got Chad Skelly in a parlay, and I think it's pretty safe because, like I said, they kind of do the same thing. But I think, but like you said, that 2.5 year break. But he was supposed to fight Jamal Emmers, so it's not like, I mean, he was supposed to fight Jamal Emmers when Emmers hurt his back. Remember, he was in the locker room.
Yeah, back spasm.
Yeah, so I mean, he was preparing for the fight then, so it's not like he just started training again like 3 months ago or something like that. But yeah, I'm with Nick on that because they both do the same thing, but I think Skelly's going to be a little bit. Now I know dude has a lot of Striegel has a lot of submissions, but Chad Skelly is pretty good scrambler and stuff like that. But that first round might be hairy. You know what I mean? They'll probably be scrambling back and forth and all that. But on the feet, I'm gonna give it to Chad Skelly. Thanks, right. Master Bag.
Well, Dave's back. Now we can go back to the main card where we left off.
No bad dude.
Dave's also on Skelly. Right. I'm taking the underdog. I'm taking Striegel. All right, what's
right.
Well, we got the Jim Miller, the legend fight.
Oh boy.
Legendary Jim Miller is taking on Nicholas Mota. Now this is an interesting fight. Let me open it up. You know, Jim Miller right now is tied with Damian Maia for the overall wins in the UFC. Tied with Damian Maia. This is his 50th pro fight. If he wins this, he will have sole possession of the most wins for active fighters in the UFC. Sole possession. Right now, he's got the most wins at lightweight in all of UFC, and he's tied with Damian Maia. So right there, we have some motivation for aging Jim Miller. Yeah, he's 38, and he's got a lot of wear and tear because he's had this will be his 50th fight as a pro. I think it's like his 39th or 40th in the UFC. And good old A10, he's like sometimes when he's hot, he's hot. When he's not, he's not. They have a common opponent in Joe Solecki. Jim Miller got beat by Joe Solecki unanimous decision. Nicholas Mota knocked Joe Solecki out back in the day in like a promotional, like
a long time ago.
Philadelphia promotional scene. He knocked him out in round 3. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I think Joe Solecki's much better now than he was then. But Nicholas Mota, he's coming off the win against Joseph Lowry. I guess that was a Contender Series fight. And to be honest with you, I didn't watch it, but I guess that was a very good win. He came in as an underdog, and Joseph Lowry is a decent fighter. So Nicholas Mota, he's out of CFFC. I'm very high on that scene, on that promotion. Cage Fury, that's the Philadelphia regional, okay? So, and I think he was like a champ or something down there. I can't remember. But training out of Factory X Muay Thai. He's got very slight height advantage, but the thing is he's 29 and Jim Miller is 38. And I heard after a round and a half, Jim Miller straight up fades because his wear and tear and his age, to be honest with you. So, but the thing is, his losses are to like Vince Pichel, who's good. You know, Scott Holtzman, he's decent name, and he's got a win of Roosevelt Roberts. I don't think he's UFC anymore. Eric Gonzalez, I don't think he's UFC anymore. But still, he's got wins over them. He's a BJJ black belt and a southpaw. I want Jim Miller to win, but my brain is telling me Nicholas Mota probably will. I think he'll probably beat. He'll probably knock Jim Miller out after a round and a half. So round 2 or round 3, I imagine that's when Jim Miller starts to get slow. So that's my take on it. What are you going with? Whoever's next, Cody, Dave.
Go ahead, Cody.
Cody.
I didn't bet on this, but like to me, I mean, all the value seem to be on Jim Miller for me. Mota's good. Like he comes from Muay Thai background. Like he's good Muay Thai. He's tough. But I watched some of his other fights, like even like his losses earlier in his career when he was on the Ultimate Fighter a long time ago. Like he's got good cardio when he's just standing up, boxing, doing kickboxing, Muay Thai with people. But like on the Ultimate Fighter, he knocked this dude down that he was fighting in the first round and was beating him up, and then that dude landed a takedown like 2 minutes left in the first, wrestled him for a little bit in the first. When he came out in the second, he was like a whole different fighter than I've seen in other fights. So I feel like he's got good cardio for striking, but not for grappling. And if you go watch, like, I know people say that Jim Miller has like a gas tank issue and all that, but I don't know if you go watch that Vince Pichel fight, because I had Pichel and some bets on that night. Like Miller came out and was taking him down with like ease. Like he controlled the whole first round against Vince Pichel. The second round was super close, and then Miller came out and still had like pretty good gas in the third round. Even when he fought Selecki, he got controlled a little bit in the first 2 rounds, but then Miller came out and had a ton of energy versus Selecki. Like, so I don't know. I guess it just depends if they're just striking, I don't know how he would gas out, but Nicholas Mota doesn't really come from like a wrestling or a jiu-jitsu background. So if he gets on the floor with Jim Miller, dude, it's probably going to be a big problem for him. And I don't see how he's going to, like, well, when I watched him, he did have pretty good takedown defense, like up against the cage and stuff. I forget which fight I was watching, but then, like I said, like after he would get taken down a couple of times, he was just accepting the position. I think of Jim Miller, like this is what Jim Miller does. Like it's weird to have the dude that has the most fights in UFC history, and he's going to have it by 2. He's like 39 this fight against a dude that's debuting. Like you don't know if Mota's going to come in and he has jitters. You don't know. You know Jim Miller ain't. You know what I mean? You know he's coming in, and then not only that, even in Jim's couple fights with them 2 Gonzalez dudes, he was like an underdog in them, and he beat them standing up. Like that last fight he knocked dude out in the second round, and he got super hurt in the first round. You know what I mean? He got dropped in the first round and stuff. So Jim's got striking. It's not like he comes out here and if he can't get it to the ground, he's done. Nicholas Mota is good. Like I didn't bet it because here's my big thing. Like I wanted to. Like I swear to God, I was at the casino and I had the $100 bill in the kiosk, and I was like, I didn't put it in because I felt like I was reaching. Like if this was a good card, a pay-per-view, and there was 14 good fights, I don't feel like I would pick this fight to bet. You know what I mean? I feel like because there's so many unknowns. Like nobody can. I don't know if you could be really, really for sure. Mota's going to come out here and just knock Jim Miller out. I mean, Miller only really loses to the best guys in the world. I'm not really putting Nicholas Mota in that, but I mean, I can't blame. I mean, I guess he's a round and a half or bust, but I don't know. If I bet it,
Cody?
Jim Miller. If I had to bet it, the value's on Jim Miller, but I can't really.
That's the value. But who do you in Tapology? No bet. And if you did Tapology, you had to pick a winner.
Yeah, I think I went Jim Miller. Like I said, I would bet if I'm going to bet this fight, which I'm not. I would bet Jim Miller. All the values on him because
I know the values there, but
so many unknowns for Mota. We know what we're getting with Jim Miller. Like Jim Miller is a crafty veteran, and if there's one thing that Mota hasn't seen on the ground, like if Miller gets him on the ground 1 or 2 times, it could be over though. You know what I mean? But I like I said, I couldn't bring myself to bet it. So if somebody bet Mota, I can't blame them because I see paths for victory for both these dudes. You know. Deb likes Jim.
Okay. Take all your stats, take all your facts, and throw them out the fucking window. There we go.
There we go.
No, come on. I don't care what the fuck you have to say on this one. This is the soap opera of the UFC. This is the WWE event of this UFC card. It's all about the drama. It's all about the story. It's all about Miller's retirement. It's I'm going to agree with Bout Better, Fashion Cold Wars, Noah Allen, Dev the Dude. The chat knows exactly what's going on this evening. Miller is being fed a nice retirement fight. I'm not even looking at stats on this one. This is a total WWE fight that the UFC puts on. There's always a couple of them on every card, and this is definitely one of them. Happy retirement, Jim. I hope you enjoy your win.
I like Jim Miller.
Well done.
Is he retiring or what?
Plus
Is he?
money junkie on this one.
I heard he wants to fight in UFC 300. He wants to. Yeah, that's what I heard. He said that.
Kids. This is it.
Because he fought in 100, 200. He wants to make it a 100 trilogy.
Unless
I did
hear
hear something about
there's
that.
no way. And he's not there. But I will definitely feel that I definitely feel Jim Miller's an easy pick on this one. I'm keeping out of parlays, but I am betting the one on its own.
Right.
Jim Miller easy.
I can see a total argument for that. The UFC debut for Mota, Jim Miller, the very seasoned veteran, going for a record in most wins overall in the UFC, sole possession of that. Absolutely. Oh, right. Good point. Look at Manny from Miller does have Lyme disease. You don't get rid of that shit. That lasts with you forever.
I thought he did.
So, no. I mean, you can take the Lyme titer vaccine, but it's not. It's kind of like. I
think it was because
you never get rid of it. Once you get it, it's stuck with you. It's a gift that keeps on giving every 3 months. I wouldn't know.
I think he had it though and didn't know when he was fighting a while ago. I think he didn't know he had it for years though, and then he found out and he takes medicine now to make him feel better. But I mean, like you said, he still got it, but there for a while, I think he didn't know he had it for years or something. But I'm with Dave, man. Who do you like? Who'd you pick, Ranj? You got Mota?
Well, no, actually, I picked Jim Miller in Tapology because of his experience. Mota's this UFC debut, unproven. I don't like those guys. I don't take them. But in my show, I picked him. He was a full capper consensus. Let me show you.
Jim Miller?
No, Mota.
Oh,
everybody,
Mota?
Even you took him during the thing with Johnny K.
Did I?
In that show, you said the value is on Miller. But I would have to lean. You actually didn't even come with a clear, defined pick. But that live stream you had, Johnny K picked him.
Right. I don't fully know. I feel like that's why I didn't bet it. But I feel like the value Jim Miller plus 160. I mean, because like you said, Mota's been beating up dudes in Philadelphia on that little scene. Jim Miller, man. I mean, he's a real UFC vet. I mean. I don't know, but yeah, I'm going to pick Miller. I'm going with Miller. I'm saying Miller.
I'm going to hedge bet him, but I already picked him on Tapology too, but only because he's going against a debutante. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
So unproven.
Right, dude. What's his Mota could come out?
Johnny K definitely said Mota for sure.
Yeah. I know on my show. I know on my show I picked Miller. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway. Good. I mean, there's no I'm gonna hedge bet Miller. I think I might have I did put him in a parlay too. All right, let's move on to the co-main event. We got Kyle Dawkins. Are we there? No, we got the feature fight, Parker Porter. Porter, Alan Badeau. Parker Porter is going to destroy this guy, Alan
What's
Badeau.
the world coming to where that's a co-main?
Seriously, thanks, Cody. Appreciate that.
That's not co-main. It's feature fight.
Oh,
feature fight.
Okay. Well, then that's decent.
Feature fight. A little better. Kyle Dawkins is co-main. But the feature fight is Parker Porter, Alan Badeau. Alan Badeau is pretty much Cyril Gane's punching bag. And for real, he's not very good. He fights out of a good place though. The MMA Fight Factory. That's with Fernan Lopez is the coach over there. Cyril Gane is, and Nasruddin Imavov is over there. But Alan Badeau has yet to prove that he's a decent fighter because all his wins are in the Canadian regional scene. He's taken losses to Tom Aspinall. He really lost to Todd Stout, but that was overturned for marijuana and turned to a win for Badeau, which is blows my mind why. But anyway, Rodrigo Nascimento subbed him, but that was turned to a no contest because Rodrigo Nascimento was on psychostimulants or something. So he was
really?
on like he was on PEDs for something. Alan Badeau though, in the face-offs, the weigh-ins today is bigger, like taller. He's a bigger guy, but Parker Porter is more like stout and broad. You know what I mean? And Parker Porter is right down to brass tacks. Parker Porter is a better boxer, and that's what's going to win this fight. He's coming off wins against Chase Sherman, who nobody likes Chase Sherman anymore. Josh Parisian, not many people like that guy much. He took a loss to Chris Dawkins, Kyle's older brother.
I'm gonna see it on my big screen.
Parker Porter is decent. He's fought in Bellator before. He fought John Jones before. He got knocked out, but yeah, look at this height difference there for Alan Badeau.
Yeah, but if you could see an X-ray of their hearts, Parker Porter would have a way bigger heart. Badeau. You know what I mean? He might be bigger, like a bigger dude, but
I agree with you there. That's a good analogy for real.
You know what I mean? Because like, dude, Alan Badeau has 5 minutes and 11 seconds of conditioning cardio, 5 minutes 11 seconds cardio, and 5 minutes 34 seconds of heart. You know what I mean? If you seen him against Nascimento, he literally, for the first round, 4 minutes of the first round, looked like Cyril Gane if you ordered him off like Wish or something, because he was moving around. He was sticking Nascimento, because I had the over-under. I had the under in that one, the under 1.5. And he really was sticking Nascimento. And then he came out in the second round and was a totally different fighter. He just like literally went up against the cage, started getting beat up and quit. And Aspinall, he didn't even get a chance to do that. But I think the first round's going to be Badeau looking real good. People that bet Parker Porter, because I didn't bet this fight either, but people that bet Parker Porter, it's going to, the first like 3-4 minutes, he's probably going to get pieced up a little bit. But as long as he don't get knocked out, he's going to start taking over by like the middle of the like the end of the first and beginning of the second. And if he even gets him, if he does get a takedown and gets on top of him at any point, Badeau's gonna quit. But yeah, I like Parker Porter a lot in this. He's got strong leg kicks for a big dude, and he's got them giant legs, and he's pretty tough. Like, he looked terrible. Was it Chris Dawkins that knocked him out? But he's got really quick hands, and I don't know. So I like Parker Porter here a lot. I seen somebody in the chat, or somebody was saying something about like the Porter by submission is going right there. Yeah, Nick Alexander. What's up, Nick? If Parker Porter gets on top of him, he could easily get a rear naked choke or something like that. He said white blood diamond is spot on about the heart meter.
Is spot on about the heart meter. Look at this. Parker Porter has a heart of a hog.
Right.
He does make me want to eat barbecue.
Like a war hog.
I see that guy and I just want to drink Budweiser and eat some barbecue ribs for some reason. I don't know why. Just it's weird. It's a weird thing, Parker Porter.
Yeah, but no, man, he wouldn't be in the UFC if he wasn't, training with them dudes, training with Cyril Gane and part of that other camp, man. It's a heart X-ray. I like Parker Porter. I didn't bet it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's a lot.
Porter, don't overthink this. I'm all over Porter. Confident pick for me. He's a -260. I've written down. I don't know what it is right now. I can check. But Dave, your turn.
Hesitant. I've got Parker Porter TKO round 2 on this one. I mean, he does outweigh him by a lot.
Look at his range.
Yeah, it's okay. He'll be back. I
was gonna say, is that even possible?
All the time to me, it's all good. the thing is, as far as the stats go, Parker Porter does have the advantage in strikes landed per minute at 8.48 against 7.81. Does have the advantage in strike absorbed as well, 7.51 versus 8.06. The rest of the things are pretty much a wash. Alan Badeau does not have good defense. He is Cyril Gahn's punching bag. Now, if this does go to the ground, and Badeau has 75% takedown defense, so it's not going to be easy. But if this does go to the ground, Parker Porter definitely has the advantage. Definitely has a takedown advantage and definitely has the submission advantage. People don't realize Parker Porter is actually a BJJ guy, believe it or not. So I can definitely see Parker Porter finishing this within distance. You would think by knockout, but by submission might not be too far out of hand either. And the odds on that one are just gigantic. So I don't know. I kind of like it. Definitely Parker Porter.
How many subs does Porter have in his career? Do you know?
Pardon me?
How many subs does Porter have in his career?
Oh boy. Let me see now. He subbed Kevin Sears in 2019 by Kimura. He's won by Americana before, earlier on in his career. He's won by rear naked choke. So I mean, it is there.
Yeah. Definitely. If he gets on top of you, dude, that dude's a thick dude. Like it's gonna be tough to get him off of you. And Badeau used to fight at light heavyweight, and I don't know. I think Parker Porter is just gonna be a bigger dude out there, even though he's shorter. He should be able to take Badeau's punches and stuff.
Yeah, you know what? I faded him against Chase Sherman, and I lost money because I bet money on Chase Sherman.
You can never bet money. Friends don't let friends bet on Chase Sherman, man. If I would have been here,
thanks, Ranj.
If I would have been here,
that was like that card. We only got 2 wrong, and Chase Sherman was one of them against that.
Yeah,
we
did
middleweight.
pretty good on that card.
Yeah, when Sherman fought Collier.
Yeah, Jake Collier.
Dude, I was telling everybody, dude, because Collier, it's not like he's that great, but dude, Chase Sherman's a punching bag, terrible. He's terrible, dude. Chase Sherman's, dude. Chase Sherman's record was like 3-7 in the UFC, and he's like a minus 200 on. He shouldn't be. He's never. Yeah, I hope he fights again so I can make some more money.
Anyways, I'm on Porter for this one, guys.
Parker Porter's a brown belt. Nick Alexander's saying he's a brown belt.
Nice.
I know he's got subs in his game, which is hilarious because you never see it, but you might see it. You might see it tomorrow night.
There we go. That's the good info.
Yeah, Badeau. I'm telling you, nothing. I'm not knocking Canada, but that Canadian fight scene where Badeau. That's why he's got a pattern record because he has those wins over there and. Same place with Chad Hellinger. Same place he goes. Same fight scene. That same circuit. That's why I don't know why everybody's big on Chad Hellinger with his 64-inch reach against Jesse. I know Jesse Strader's nothing great, but still, I don't know. Whatever.
I watch his body shots to
these. Like, who's your pick on that fight? You got Chad Hellinger?
Yeah, I got Hellinger, but I didn't bet that either because, like, I don't think that dude should be minus 250 or whatever he is, 275 over anybody in the UFC coming in even as his debut. Like, that dude hasn't done enough to be minus that much over anybody. And if you watch Strader, like, he looked terrible against Montel Jackson. Montel Jackson's tough as hell, though, anyways, but he came in on short notice and looked terrible. But if you watch some of Strader's fights down in Mexico, like he was down there fighting.
Mbate, right? He's doing well.
He was fighting Marcelo, like he lost to Marcelo Rojo, but he dropped him, dude. He'll throw like 6-shot combos to the body and come up to the head, dude. He's got real good boxing and stuff. Throws pretty hard leg kicks, but yeah, I could see him dropping that dude with body shots. I'm telling you, but I didn't want to bet it because I didn't want to bet Strader and then seeing what could happen. And that Helger guy don't impress me all that much to be minus 275. So. I stayed away from it, but I think Helger is going to win. But I can see him getting roughed up to the body. But I picked Helger second on TKO.
But so we're all in unanimous, big agreement, confident pick on Parker Porter, right?
I can't believe really?
Yes,
yeah, I guess so.
What do you mean? Yeah, you guess so. You want Alan Badeau?
No.
You want Cyril Gane's punching bag?
I gotta take a leak really
I
quick.
can't believe that I'm actually like
Go ahead, buddy.
plugging Parker Porter.
Huh?
I'm not a fan. I can't believe I'm
Sloppy,
okay, whatever.
sloppy heavyweight. I know, sloppy heavyweight,
I know.
but his
I don't
boxing's
like it.
sharp for a big guy. He can move around. For a big guy, for real, he'll surprise you.
Thank God he's got a chin.
Anyway,
Take a hit because he's gonna take a couple.
Porter by whatever he wants, submission, knockout, however he wants to. And I agree because Alan Badeau. I'm not picking Parker Porter. I'm fading Alan Badeau. That's what I'm doing. That's my thing.
I'm not putting money on this fight. This is not going on.
Oh, I got it in
parlays.
the parlay already, but whatever. I bet every
There's lots
fight.
of fights.
There's lots of fights. Okay.
Co-main.
Now we're on the co-main of Kyle Dawkins and Jamie Nightwolf Pickett. Go ahead, Dave. I know you're big on Kyle Dawkins. Go ahead. I know it.
I'm big on the Doghouse brothers. I get it. This is the lesser brother of the two. He is ranked 30th. I don't like his last fight against Kevin Holland with the accidental headbutt. That was kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. Previous to that, his loss against Phil Hawes, I didn't like that one either. It was a unanimous decision. I think it should have been split. I didn't like the judges on that one. And previous to that, his win against Dustin Stolfois was friggin' amazing. And he dialed him in for 3 rounds. So I don't know. I'm a big Kyle Dawkins fan. Jamie Pickett, I get it. He's coming off a win over Joseph Holmes, which is like last month? He just fought. Like I just remember seeing Jamie Pickett last month. It feels like it was last month.
Yeah, it was. Against Ugly Man Joseph Holmes, I think it was like January. So yeah, I think it was, right?
The thing that really scares me is that Pickett is a busy fighter. I don't know how many fights he's had in the last. I gotta check this out. How many fights he's had in the last year or year and a bit? 2022, 2021, 2021. Yeah, like he is a busy fighter. Like he fights at least 3 times a year. So I don't like the fact that he's coming off of a really good win. I don't like the fact that Kyle Dawkins is coming off a shitty loss. But I think Kyle Dawkins is a hungry fighter.
Against Phil Hawes, you mean? Because he didn't lose to Kevin Allen. He won that. I know. But it was.
I know, but I think it's still. I see. If it makes sense, I see Pickett as just the kind of guy who's going to fight 2 or 3 times a year, regardless of whatever happens. I see Dawkins as a guy who's going to get up and actually work at his fight camp and put the time in when he's going to fight. I like the fact that he's Chris Dawkins' brother because Chris is a monster, and he is the lesser brother. I will very much admit that, but I'm still a fan. So I'm going to lean Dawkins on this one over Pickett. As far as the stats go, it's pretty much a wash on everything. Strikes landed per minute for Kyle 3.19, for Jamie 3.02. Accuracy both around 50%. Strike absorbs per minute. The only difference in the real stats here, Kyle is at 2.61 and Jamie is at 4.17. So I see Jamie taking a little bit more punishment. Their defense pretty much the same, 40 and 46. Takedown average 1.88 to 1.68, pretty much the same. Their accuracy numbers, Dawkins is at 27%. Pickett is at 50%. Takedown defense, definite advantage for Kyle Dawkins on that one. So I think this is going to be on the feet or up against the cage. And if it's up on the feet, I'm going to give Dawkins the advantage. If it's up against the cage, I think Jamie Pickett might be able to throw him around a little bit more. I'm hoping this stays on the feet. I look at a Dawkins win. Not by – this is going to be a decision, though. I don't see this getting finished in the distance. Wait a second. Is this 5-round fight? No, way. 3 rounds. So, all right, here's my take. Kyle Dawkins was a vet. He was my first pick on here. But then I watched MMA Fight Club,
and he brought up some really good points. If you look at Kyle Dawkins' tapology, he has some like he's got a win over Kevin Holland. That was pretty much a win. It should have been a win. And he has a win against Dustin Stoltzfus, the German guy.
Huh?
But before that, he has the Cage Fury. He's got some decent wins in there. But if you look down at his amateur record, he's 5-5, okay? And every loss against nobodies was by finish. And that, ever since the MMA Fight Club mentioned that, I looked at it and I'm like, he's so right. All these losses as an amateur, all by finish. And now that's just sticking in my brain. And he made an argument. MMA Fight Club was the only one picked Jamie Pickett on my Capper Comparison show. And he made a super good argument for Jamie Pickett. Because Jamie Pickett, you look at his tapology now, he's got that fluke loss against Jordan Wright where everybody had him winning. Jordan Wright did the bow, beat him. Tefan and Chukwi, that's not a bad loss. But he bounced back good because he beat Loriano Staropoli, unanimous decision. And then Joseph Holmes, which everybody was on. Oh, ugly man Joseph Holmes. He's great, you know. And no, he beat Joseph Holmes too. Before that, he has wins against like Jonathan Patty. That's a Contender Series thing. But you go back and his losses are to like Charles Byrd. Charles Byrd is, you know, he's no name. Punahele Soriano, I know he lost that close fight just like, was it last week or week before or something? But still, Punahele Soriano is not a bad loss, you know. Look, everything else, when he premiered as a professional, he had a couple losses when he first come in. But the dude is not bad, you know, and he's bounced back off that embarrassing Jordan Wright loss, which I think was kind of fluky, and he's got a 4-inch reach advantage. And if you look at the stats, which I know, Dave, you already have them up, Kyle Dawkins has a 0% takedown accuracy, meaning he doesn't take people down. So if it stays standing where Jamie Pickett has a 4-inch reach advantage and has some decent decision wins against Staropoli and Holmes by outstriking, if he can keep, and Jamie Pickett's got like an 80-something% takedown defense, right? So he's gonna keep it standing. I think Jamie Pickett at plus 200 and something, I think that's a good value bet, and I'm gonna go with the underdog here. I don't like to fade Dawkins, but MMA Fight Club talked me right into it with his when I watched his little breakdown, and he made great points. Okay. I'm gonna go with the underdog, Jamie Pickett. What?
Okay, just because Ranj is throwing out shitty stats, I'm gonna have to correct him on a couple of things.
All right, go ahead with the stats.
You said takedown accuracy. Kyle Dawkins has 0. He actually has 27% takedown with an 85%. With an 85% takedown defense, whereas Pickett's takedown accuracy is 50% and his takedown defense is 68%. So I don't see it. Submission average per 50 minutes, Kyle Dawkins 1.9, Jamie Pickett 0.2. I think you got some mistakes on the ground here, man. I think Kyle Dawkins is going to be advantage on the ground. Up against the cage, maybe not.
BJJ black belt, but
Kyle Dawkins is going to have a huge advantage on the ground. Kyle Dawkins is he's gonna like Pickett being on short notice.
If it goes to the ground, though, if it goes to the ground, that's the thing.
But if it goes standing, he's got better stats standing up. I'm happy with him standing.
Yeah, Kyle Dawkins is better everywhere than Jamie.
Yeah, the only advantage is grappling on the fence. Where
and that's not even like Kyle Dawkins has a better clinch, more active. He throws crazy knees, elbow. You see him? He started fucking up Kevin Holland, but like Jamie Pickett, you can't really put his 2 wins. Like Staropoli is this 170 coming up, and he really wasn't that great, and they just clinched it against Cage. Like Pickett was just a lot bigger, and then Joe Holmes, I don't think that dude's going to be good either. Dawkins is like, he's got a sick clinch. If you watch Dawkins' fights, he's got a real sick clinch. He gets a Muay Thai clinch, all that, and good knees, elbows. He landed, I believe he landed 3 takedowns on Brandon Allen too. Like that fight was life and death going back, but he's way more aggressive, and he's got good cardio. And I believe if this is one of Pickett's like clinch fights, like like Dawkins is gonna have a way better clinch. If you watch Dawkins versus Phil Hawes took Dawkins down in the first round, and like the first 2 minutes had good position, and Dawkins just swept him like real quick. Like he's got sick ground game, man. He's got real good jiu-jitsu, good ground and pound. He doesn't tire out. I like him. I like Dawkins everywhere in this fight. And then you add in Jamie Pickett being on short notice, and then making Dawkins not have to cut that extra 10 pounds. Like I know that helps Pickett too, but it helps Dawkins way more because Pickett's already coming in a little out. But
yeah, we
Kyle Dawkins has 0 takedowns in the UFC. 0.
Pickett's gonna, to me, dude. Pickett's gonna be the one.
27% must have been in the CFFC, the Cage Fury. 0 takedowns in the UFC.
Yeah, no, I think Jamie Pickett's going to be the one shooting takedowns, dude. Dawkins is going to be piecing Jamie Pickett up, dude. Jamie Pickett shoots a lot of takedowns. That's why the Beverly Hills Ninja knocked him out. He shot a takedown on the Beverly Hills Ninja, got elbowed 30 times, and then, I mean, Dawkins is way better than the Beverly Hills Ninja. Like Dawkins has an all-around game. I know Pickett's like decent, but he's like, I think everybody's got him. I mean, if you're on him, it's because you're hyped up because the Star Poli win, which was a terrible fight. If you watch that fight, it was terrible. And then the Joe Holmes fight, he got pieced up in the first round, and then Holmes kind of gassed out. But Joe Holmes, is he going to be good? He's not. I mean, he's not. Dude, Kyle Dawkins is good, in my opinion. So I got Kyle Dawkins in a parlay. You guys already went over it, but I got Dawkins with Jonathan Pierce, and that's my biggest parlay. I got 2 units to win 1.8, and I'm all over it. I think Dawkins is better everywhere, and he's coming off a full camp for this, and I really think that if they both had full camps, he would still beat Pickett. And look, yeah, Dawkins looks bigger too there. So
Chat is going both ways. People are taking.
Is it? Let's read some chat. So what do they say? Put some up. Post some up. What do they say? Dev the dude. Dave gonna talk you out of it.
Oh yeah, a lot of people are taking Dawkins, but overwhelmingly. But there is like Manny, definitely. He's on the side of Pickett
against the
from
fence.
MMA Fight Club.
But Pickett against the fence is more holding you there, trying to like go for like a takedown. But Dawkins, dude, if you watch his fights, he's throwing
27%. Dave was before. Well, that was in CFFC. That was
dude,
not UFC.
Sorry, guys, I'm only got UFC stats. Only UFC. Right off the UFC website. UFCstats.com.
I'm with Dev on Kyle Bina. I think Kyle and Jonathan Pierce are going to dominate both their fights. Plus, to taking like the hugest consideration too, you got to go to short notice, and like that's huge. But I think, like I said, I think Dawkins is better everywhere in MMA than Pickett. Maybe besides reach. that's it.
I want to take Nightwolf. I want to take him.
It's a good dog. Yeah. But I mean,
seriously though, the recency is there because Doc is, and I had him picked for. I was upset that turned to a no contest. But now Holland, and in that fight, Holland was like, "Oh, we're gonna replay this. We're gonna replay this." Now he's over in Eagle FC, gonna fight Diego Sanchez. So
no, that's Kevin.
That's
Kevin Lee. Kevin Holland.
Oh, you're right. That is Kevin Lee.
He's fighting at 170 versus Cowboy Oliveira coming up here in a couple weeks, I believe.
Oh, really? Okay, I was messed up there a little bit.
Okay, guys. Guys, just so I can put this down, Kyle Dawkins had 2 takedowns against Dustin Strawcliffe, had 3 takedowns against Brendan Allen.
That's what I was saying. I knew he had
against Michael Lombardo, and had 1 takedown against Kevin Holland. So fuck you with no takedowns in the UFC.
Exactly. He's got a shit. I knew he took down Brandon Allen.
Right. He said sorry. His bad.
Bro, he's probably shooting 50%. He's probably shooting 65% Khabib and people.
Okay, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 takedowns in the UFC. Not 1. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8 takedowns in the UFC. You guys are killing me. In 5 fights, in 6 fights, 8 takedowns. He's got a takedown average of 1.88, takedown accuracy of 27%. Fuck you, chat. I'm right. For once.
Hey,
all right,
dude. I like Dawkins is one of the, like you said, Dawkins is my top 2 most confident picks. He's more confident than Jamal Hill and all them guys because I mean, Pello Hands Pickett don't stop nobody. You know what I mean? And like, so he's not going to sub Dawkins. He's not going to knock Dawkins out. So Dawkins, and I'm telling you, Dawkins is a safe pick on this card. Safe pick.
I don't know. Like, I kind of want to take Pickett by decision. I think
if he's going to win, it's going to be that.
But
how do you see him like holding him up against the fence or something though? Because I don't know. I don't know, man. That's good. What's he at right now? Plus probably like 230. It's decent money.
220 I have written down. Let me see.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, if you're gonna play a dog, it's not like I don't think he's gonna get destroyed.
225 for Jamie Pickett.
If he starts looking a little slug, because dude, Dawkins keeps a crazy pace. You see him against Kevin Holland, against Brandon Allen. So if he keeps that crazy pace and they do all this scrambling or even just clinching all this stuff, and then you come out in the second round and Pickett starts looking a little slow, man. It's gonna just like what's his name? Brunson. When he starts looking like Brunson in the second, I don't know. I think this is a lock for Dawson. Just like Dev the Deuce fan, I think this is a lock. Yep, Dave was on.
I know. Something.
Is this the hill you want to die on, man?
Maybe I'm crazy, but
no.
You know.
Hey, man, right. That's your bet. It's not a bad bet. It's not like you're picking like some just terrible person. You know what I mean? But
I know I'm not like dumping the bank on it. I'm just saying he's in a parlay.
Right. Good odds, man. That's good odds. On if you played something like DraftKings, it'd probably be decent because he's probably way at the bottom, so you could get him, and he's not probably going to get like Dave said. I think it's going to go the distance, so he'll get some points.
All right, let's go to the main event.
Johnny
Walker and Jamal Hill. Don't worry, buddy. I'm not gonna go bet. But Tapology, I think I'm gonna take Jamie Pickett.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am a plus money junkie. That's the whole thing. I'm addicted to that plus money. I gotta take that plus money. Okay, so you know, it's funny. Look at Cold War. I have a 4-leg underdog parlay because remember I got that one in Bellator. I got two separate 4-leg underdog parlays.
One
does have Pickett.
Chasing that one win
Pickett,
forever.
Pickett, Miller, and 2 other underdogs. Who did I put? Oh, that Striegel. Mark.
You didn't throw Al-Hazan on there?
He's on my second one. I have 2 underdog parlays.
Dude, you've been hitting on parlays, man. You've been killing it.
I know. I have been doing fairly well. And you know what? Not only UFC. I'm a degenerate. I bet soccer, global soccer.
Didn't you win on like
What's that?
Didn't you win on curling? Didn't you hit like a five parlay on curling? I see you posted.
No, not curling. It was soccer. I posted it. I won on a $10 bet. I won $300 picking a 5-leg parlay in soccer, and I don't even watch soccer.
That's awesome.
You got a weird method. What's that?
That's awesome, dude. I'm still. That's crazy. When the one you hit the 700 for $10, 70 to 1.
I know that would just work out
crazy
great
hit
for me.
That's a huge hit. Plus money.
If I hit a 4-leg with Miller and Pickett on it, an Angel's gonna get diarrhea. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, that's an insult right there. Parlay King, there's only one, and he's.
One second, I'll be right back. Hey, drink these energy drinks.
Oh, I hear you. I survived on them today. I almost fell asleep at the wheel. Okay. Yes, Fashion Cold Wars. I told you he screenshotted that. Remember that, Dave? I told you earlier. All right, so let's go. Let's start the off. Cody, be right back. He's got to piss. Main event: Johnny Walker, Jamal Hill. Sweet dreams. Okay, Johnny Walker now at SPG Ireland. Everybody knows SPG Ireland kind of ruined him with that Thiago Santos fight by telling him to be a point fighter and feint, and you're up you're up in the scorecards, so just keep doing what you're doing. And he ended up losing a unanimous decision to Thiago Santos. Johnny Walker is not that guy. Trust me, you are not that guy. And Johnny Walker, he's got to go back to how he was when he fought like Misha Serkinov, flying knee, 36 seconds in round 1. He's got to go back to when he fought Ryan Spann, elbows and hammer fist, round 1. He's got to go back to that style of fighting for Johnny Walker.
100%.
SPG Ireland, though, this is what I think, because everybody has recency bias and they're like, oh, SPG Ireland ruined him. They know they messed up. They know he's not that type of fighter, and I think they're might correct their actions, and they might unleash the dog, like say, you know what, Johnny, you're right. We tried to hold you back and have you become a point fighter and with the feints and try to win a decision, which we were wrong. You're right. Go back to your style, but we're gonna fine tune it. I think that's what I'm not saying. I'm picking Johnny Walker. I'm making an argument for him. My pick is Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill's tough as nails. His confidence is actually too high. I think it's through the roof confidence, you know. But the dude is legit, because how are you gonna not quit when you got your elbow out of or your arm ripped out of socket by Paul Craig and still not give up, like not tap? He got knocked out, but still he didn't quit. You know, the fight was stopped by TKO. What are you doing? He has a win over Ovince St. Preux, OSP, by a standing TKO round 2. That was a good one. And he beat Clinton Abreu, but that was turned to a no contest because Jamal Hill was smoking some weed. So I'm high on Jamal Hill. I'm a big fan of his. He trains out of Black Lion BJJ in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So if it does happen to go he feels confident, too confident on the ground, obviously, because Paul Craig thing showed that. It was poor fight IQ, but he was sure of himself. He thought, oh, I can compete on the ground. But and Johnny Walker is the bigger dude. In the face-offs today, I was like, wow, Johnny Walker's got massive size over this guy, over Jamal Hill. And Johnny Walker's worth of like a flyer, because I think SPG Ireland realized their mistakes and they're kind of they're unlocking chain and letting him go. Because that's what he looked like at his face-offs. He was looking pretty aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I watched it. So my pick is, I'm sticking with Jamal Hill, but I would not I would not judge anybody wrongly for taking Johnny Walker at plus 200. You know, shit. So what's your take on this? Either one of you.
You're up, Cody.
Okay. I'm with you. Like how you explained it. I picked Hill and I got him in that parlay with Chaz Skelly. But I mean, it's going to be nerve-wracking because, like you said, if Johnny Walker wants to win, like he's won his fights against the more skilled people by being super aggressive, explosive, having his KO power with like anything, you know, like knees, spinning elbows, all that stuff. But when he came out and fought against Thiago Santos, like you said, like that's not the way for him to win, because he's not like the most skilled guy, but he's explosive. So you got to use what you got. So that worries me, because I bet Jamal Hill, like I said, I got him in a parlay with Skelly. I bet like 1.6 units is a little above plus money, like plus 108. But he's one dimensional. You know what I mean? We got boxing. We got to hope that he knocks out Johnny Walker like he's been knocking out people, because we don't know if he takes leg kicks good, and Johnny Walker throws hard leg kicks. We don't know. You know what I mean? Like he hasn't. This is a huge step up in competition. Even though Jimmy Crute was a good fight and he's a good fighter, it ended so quick that we needed to get like 2 or 3 rounds with them two to see who's really better and all that, and to see how good Hill is, which I think Hill still probably would have won, but I think this is a huge step up in competition from anybody he's fought.
OSP's good. Ovince St. Preux. He's
not.
Like he's
no, he was good.
Yeah, back in the day when he was juiced up fighting John.
Coming out. He's not like Mearshart the legend.
Right. But
Right now.
GM3.
like I think Johnny
Sit
Walker
together.
would a dust over in St. Prue. But man, yeah, I got Jamal Hill, but dude, it's them first couple rounds, like unless Jamal, because that's the good thing. That's the it. Because like you, another thing, that them stare downs, dude. Johnny Walker is huge compared to Jamal Hill. Like Jamal Hill's long too, but like Johnny Walker is just like real long and big. But on the one
Absolutely.
thing he's got that weak jaw. So we just gotta hope that Jamal Hill touches that jaw a couple times, because I'm more worried about Johnny, like spinning elbows, all that stuff. But Johnny Walker's leg kicks, like that first round, he was tearing up Santos's legs, and then he kind of slowed down on it. But Jamal Hill, we haven't seen him go against really anybody this explosive his whole career. Jimmy Crute's kind of explosive, but nothing like this. So it's definitely going to be them first couple rounds are going to be greasy unless Hill just puts him away. But I can't blame anybody that takes a shot on Johnny Walker. But yeah, I got Hill, and I got him with Skelly, but it's going to be sweaty them first couple rounds, I think.
Yeah.
I see it. You know what? I lost money on Walker last time. He owes me, so I'm gonna say Walker's gonna win this one, because I lost money on him the last time. I'm going all in. I don't like this as a main event. I don't like either of these fighters.
Right.
I get it. It's a decent fight between the number 13 and 11 or whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
They're pretty close as far as that goes. As far as Johnny Walker goes, his last fight against Thiago Santos was unanimous. It was close. It wasn't that unanimous. His win against Ranj, pretty convincing. Knocked him out in the first round. His two losses beforehand against Nikita Krylov and Corey Anderson, we're talking about, that's a couple years back. And Krylov, decent fighter. And he got tagged by Corey Anderson. Let's be honest with that. But before that, he has done the job against Shirkinov, against Roundtree, against De Silva. I don't know, man. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this kid. I think he's got some comeuppance due. I think he's due for a win. I think he's really pissed off about his last fight against Thiago Santos that he lost, that he should have won, that I put money on him. So I see the comeback kid coming in. As far as Jamal Hill goes, I get it. He's got one loss to Paul Craig. He's the almost undefeated guy who's got knockout power. But he hasn't fought a guy like Johnny Walker in a while, and Johnny Walker is hungry. So I'm not going to place any big money on this fight. I'm not going to put it in a parlay, but I am going to put some money.
What's your tapology pick?
I like him. Walker is my tapology pick.
Good on you. Good on you.
I don't. What's he do on his YouTube, like training stuff and stuff like that?
I have no idea. I'm not subscribed to it. I don't know. Johnny Walker definitely has a route to victory. He's a bigger guy, and if SPG Ireland unleashes the reins, he's a wild dog out there, and he could take it to Jamal Hill. But Jamal Hill, I've seen nothing but positive confidence, and like I said, he, even with his dislocated arm in that Paul Craig fight, he didn't tap. He got punched out and stopped. The fight got stopped.
This is it, guys. This is a coin flip. I've got him in my tapology right now, but I might flop by the morning. Yeah.
Johnny Walker's got a suspect chin, though. He got dropped like 2 or 3 times for Span, Corey Anderson, some other fights too, where he just gets rocked. And Jamal Hill puts people to sleep. And Jamal Hill's got a lot of if he does start beating him up with the boxing, he'll throw a lot of combinations, and he throws he throws a lot of stuff, but he'll do 2 soft to a power, back to a soft to 2 more power. I like his boxing. He's got some of the best boxing I've seen in MMA, but he's just better.
Dirty Red, bro. Hill's never been starched, but Walker has.
Yeah,
that
couple times.
That's
Yep.
legit. That's
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Dirty right.
And that's
Yeah,
why
that
I'm taking. That's why I'm
I'm
on Hill. That's
figuring
pretty much brass tacks.
I'm surprised you ain't taking the plus money on Walker. He's definitely like a liver dog. Then are they doing 5 rounds?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think. Yeah, it's a main event. So all main events go 5 rounds.
So
Yep.
let me throw some stats out,
Mhm.
which might change my mind. And Ranj, you might talk me into Hill. Strikes landed per minute. Johnny Walker 3.42. Jamal Hill 7.45.
Oh yeah, over double the volume.
That
Keep
hurts.
going. What else we got?
Striking accuracy
absorbed.
59% for Walker, 51% for Hill. Strike absorbed per minute 2.81 for Walker, 3.68 for Hill. So it looks like Hill takes a little bit more damage. Defense 40 and 45% respectively. Takedown average Jamal Hill 0.
Yeah.
Johnny
He's a
Walker
bastard.
0.24, not much, but a little bit.
He
And
definitely
takedown
did better.
accuracy Johnny Walker 100%, Jamal Hill 0. So the very little times Johnny Walker decides to take this guy down, he gets it 100%. Takedown defense both at 60%. Submission average per 15 minutes. Walker has 0.7 versus 0.0 for Hill. So I'm going to give Walker the advantage on the ground. Hill definitely the advantage on the feet. Man, we'll see how this goes. Johnny Walker does have that
my
huge reach
tapology
advantage,
pick
though.
is Hill, but I guess Walker's good for a scratch off hedge bet, half a unit.
I don't know,
something.
man. It's not a parlay piece for me. Let's put it that way.
Did you guys lose any money? Who'd you guys have with Paul Craig and Hill? I lost money on Hill. I had Hill. When his arm got, I'm like, did his arm just get popped out?
Yeah, I also picked Hill. in that
Sorry about
fight.
eating, but man, I just got home from Columbus and
That's fine, dude. That's fine. Look, we're drinking. Whatever. Dave's probably taking long
man.
stream.
Hey, and for sometimes though, the main events can be 3 rounds. Remember when Calvin Kattar and Zabit, they fought just 3 rounds? Like a couple times they'll do that if it's a short notice. That's why I didn't know what these do.
I think this, Leo. I think Tapology has this as a 5-round fight too.
If both of them probably accepted it.
So
Right.
I bet money on Jimmy Crute to beat Hill. I lost. I bet Jamal Hill to win, and I lost. So I'm not doing well on my Jamal Hill bets.
Right, you've been picking them wrong. Yeah, man.
Yes, it's definitely a 5-round fight. Definitely. Yep.
Anytime you bet on somebody and they're fighting somebody as explosive and crazy as Johnny Walker, like it's like even when the fight comes on, I don't care if your guy's minus 400, you're gonna have like you'd be nervous because anything can happen with that guy, like out of nowhere.
Right. And did you watch the face-offs?
Yeah, dude, Johnny Walker is huge compared to Jamal.
Prime. Yeah,
Prime,
he's huge and he's live. Like he's prime. You can see the aggression in him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Jamal Hill, they had some words up there, and Jamal Hill was like laughing him off. Like, I don't know what was said, but you know what I mean? The confrontation, the face-offs were good between those two. I liked it.
It's going to be a good fight. I think maybe, man, the odds should be closer, but I don't know. I mean, Hill is really good. Like before he had that loss to Craig, and even after that, because that was kind of fluky. Paul Craig does that to people. I knew, like, I didn't even want.
Yeah, look at that picture right there.
Let me see it on the big screen.
They were prime for real.
Yeah. Man, I just feel like too. I mean, Jamal Hill can easily touch him one time. I didn't want to even see Hill and Crute fight that early in their career because I think them two dudes are both going to be in the top 3 in the next like 2 years for a long time. Yeah, they was getting into it, huh?
Oh yeah, there was words said. It was a good one.
How old is Johnny Walker?
29. Jamal Hill's 30. So age is not
nothing. Walker's got a little bit 3-inch reach advantage, 2-inch height. Yeah, man, I got Hill. I hope he wins. I want to see Hill's future. And for another thing, when I used to bet on him too, like Hill's got big takedown defense. So I don't even think that's going to come out. I think Johnny Walker's going to be able to get any takedowns on him. So just
you think this is going to go? How far you think this is going to go? 3rd round?
Dude, it's so hard to bet over under on this, man, because dude, either one of these dudes could just go out within.
Right now, the over/under set at 1.5. That's what I've written down from Bet Online.
That's,
I don't know
yeah,
if
that'd be nerve wracking.
The bookies
Look how what decision is like him and Santos. Both these guys might play it real, like, because they're both knockout dudes, so both of them might respect each other a little bit at the
Ooh,
beginning.
Dev, hot take. I didn't know that. Walker broke his foot against Thiago Santos. Did not know that. Interesting.
guys,
Yeah, Jamal
as far
Hill,
as the
doesn't he have
bookies
like a
go,
bunch of kids? Jamal Hill, doesn't he have a bunch of kids?
I don't know. Jamal Hill by the bookies, by KO, TKO, DQ, or submission, minus 150. By decision or technical decision, plus 550. So the bookies are looking at Jamal Hill within distance.
Yeah.
Heavy.
And Walker's only really been knocked out by Corey Anderson. Like, I know he got hurt against Span. And who else knocked him out? Has anybody else? I know Nikita Kroloff wrestled him. He grappled him.
Anderson knocked him out. That's pretty much it.
So he doesn't have I mean, we think he has a suspect chin because against Span he was getting knocked all around, but and then the Anderson, but he might not be a suspect chin as we thought. He shouldn't, dude. He's got the biggest head I've ever seen on a human.
I mean, even Hill by
He
decision.
sure does. He does get a huge head.
Yeah, even Hill by decision, and this is to go 5 rounds, is plus 550. I mean, that's pretty nice. Hill by decision.
That might be worth taking a step if they play it cautious like Thiago Santos and he did. I'm sure the story. Then I mean, I could easily, but you'll be nervous all the time because it's kind of like the Derek Lewis and Tai Tuivasa fight. Like, a lot of people thought they was going to come out and be, real slow and all that, and they was banging right away. I seen people say that they thought maybe that Lewis, because when he was knocked out, his thumb was up, like he might have threw that fight or something. Yeah, right. Like, dude, he was trying to. I thought he was going to knock Tuivasa out when he had him down, and Tuivasa posted to get up, and he was just. Tuivasa's tough, man. But
Dave, did you send Ice Viking his shirt yet?
No, I don't have his information yet.
Let's see.
Ice Viking, you gotta tell Dave. Talk to Dave on Instagram. He'll send your shirt for winning.
He doesn't have
Tapology
Instagram, so I fucking had to use an old fucking email.
Oh, whatever. He'll figure. If he wants a shirt, he'll figure it out. Okay. Yeah, the chat is mostly on Hill. I think I saw a few things on Walker. And like here, Dirty Raj is taking Walker, but I think a lot of people are most of the chat is going with the way of Hill.
Who you guys got on if Crew wouldn't have got knocked out right away? They go 3 full rounds. Who do you think wins that out of Hill and Crew? Like, not even 3 full rounds, but say that it just makes it, to the second or third.
Was that did Jimmy Crew had that mullet on that fight?
Yeah, he did.
I think I picked him. And I lost, obviously. But I think I might have picked him in that fight.
I picked Kurt too, by the way.
Yeah.
I think I lost. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna flop to Hill.
There you go. Now you're thinking.
And I'm flopping to Hill within distance. I'm gonna call him with knockout. I don't know what round yet, 2 or 3.
Well,
I'm calling 3. It here. I said TKO round 3 for Hill.
We got to worry about them leg kicks from Walker.
God damn it, I'm flopping. Jesus.
Yeah,
that's all right,
dude. So who all did you guys have from earlier, or who's all your bets?
All right, let's go through. Let's go through the card and discuss all our our agreed fights. Okay, so prelims, everybody are opening. Mario Batista is going to wax that Jay Perrin guy. Okay, not a problem. Jonathan Pierce, same thing. He's going to destroy Christian Rodriguez. Not a problem.
Yeah. Correct.
The next fight, I'm going with Jesse Strader. I'm not buying into the hype on the Chad and Helliger. I know he's the big favorite, and everybody's like, "You're stupid for taking Jesse Strader. He's not cut out for the UFC. He's not UFC caliber." Blah blah blah.
We don't know.
But you know what? He's got an 8-inch reach advantage, and he's fought UFC caliber people. Where Chad and Helliger has the shortest reach in the UFC.
Oh, really?
He does 64 inches, and he's only beat his 9-fight win streak, aside from Brady Highstand, they're all from the Canadian regional scene. So
Right.
there's nobody, nobody really. I think it's all cans. I'll open up right now, Chad and Helliger. You open up his Tapology and let's see the records of these dudes that he beat in Canada. And look, he's got mad losses too down there. If you look down,
Right.
Okay,
I know he started off terrible.
So he's beaten in Canada. He's beaten a 5-2 guy, 4-1, 7-7, 8-5. These guys are like mediocre at best. A lot of them are cans too. 1-0, 2-2. He lost to a 4-1, a 3-3, a 4-1. Those are 3 losses right there in a row. Yeah, I'm not big
How
on
long
this
since
Chad
his last
and
loss?
Helliger. What's
How
that?
long since his last loss?
He's on a
If he's
9-fight win streak. His last loss
Right.
wasn't. It was a while ago too. It was in 2014. But
I
still,
like
since
Dan
then,
Helger's pressure. He's
I
weird.
heard that he's very
He's
aggressive
like
and he
slow
comes.
pressure. Like he controls the octagon real well in the fights that I was watching without even throwing punches. But yeah, I like Strader too, dude. I watched a lot of his fights and he's got really good hands. He's got really good combos. He didn't, like I said, he looked good against Jackson, but I'm gonna take in Helger because the only thing I don't trust about Strader is he's a little fragile. I seen like Marcelo Rojo crumpled him in the clinch after he dropped Rojo with body shots. Then Montel Jackson dropped him like that, so he gets hurt. I think, and I don't think he has the best gas tank. Like even against, I watched him fight in
Combate.
Yeah, a couple of his fights, and I mean, like I said, I liked his hands and stuff, but I just stayed away from this fight. I don't know if Van Helger should be minus 270 over anybody in the UFC at this point right now. So,
Well, he's one of my underdog picks, Straders. And then where were we at? Moving up the card, we let me go back in Tapology. So we differ there. Then we have everybody's on Belveda, Deanna Belveda. It's actually Belveda because she's Romanian.
Yeah,
you got her too, Cody?
Yeah, I have a bet on her. I bet her at minus 120 a while ago. I got 1.9 units to win 1.6 units on it. Yeah.
Then
I think
Dave likes Chaz Skelly, as I think you do too, right? I got Mark Stradle.
Yeah, I got Skelly.
We're all everybody's on Jessica Rose Clark, except I don't know. I'm not going to doubt. I'm not messing with that fight. Stephanie Egger she looked great in the weigh-ins, and I'm not putting anything in that.
She's tough, and she's a natural bigger girl. I was gonna bet Egger at plus 160 because I thought the values are. I think it's gonna be a close fight. Like she looked good against Tracy Cortez, dude. Tracy Cortez is a savage, I think. And in her last fight with Shannon Young, dude, she beat the shit out of her. So I'd definitely take Egger at like plus 160 because I just think as a girls fight, it's not like Jessica Rose Clark is great anywhere. Like she's not like a knockout girl like Nunes or some jiu-jitsu. Matter of fact, her jiu-jitsu is terrible. Like if you've seen her last fight, what was the girl Edwards or something like that she just fought? I think she's Brazilian. She just held her down, but like she got stood up in that fight like 2 or 3 times. What
Jocelyn Edwards, she's a long, lengthy girl.
Yeah, she was getting beat up, standing up a little bit, so she kept taking her down, but she wasn't passing guard and stuff, and the refs stood them up a couple times, and I just don't think her jiu-jitsu is that great. She really hasn't beat nobody great in her career, like Jessica Rose Clark, Paige Van Zandt, Sarah Alpar.
She got the Karina Dam, Beck Rawlings. Those are known names. Sarah Alpar sucks, but
yeah, she don't have like a real.
You're making a good point though. Pani Kianzad and Jessica I took care of her.
Them are her losses. Yeah, she don't have but she's well-rounded. She's good, but Edgar is too, and Edgar's going to be longer. And I think she's because Jessica Rose Clark used to fight down at 125, maybe even 115. But I know at least 125. But she's good, but it's hard to bet that much chalk on like a girl fight when it's going to be close because that Stephanie Egger is tough, dude. And she's good at judo. She's got really good BJJ, really good ground and pound. So if she ends up sweeping or being able to land takedowns and get on top, she can do some damage. So, I mean, I picked Edgar in my thing. I was gonna bet her, but like I said, I felt like betting her or Jim Miller on this. I like both of them as underdogs, a lot of value on them, but I couldn't bring myself to bet them because I felt like I was kind of just reaching because I don't think this card is the greatest card for betting. You know what I mean? There's some good
I
spots
hear
like
you.
Onama and that, but I don't want to gamble.
That's
I
next.
want to bet
Everybody's on Onama over Gabriel Benitez.
as what they should be. Yeah.
Even the chat was all over Onama on that one. Then we get into the main card, and a lot of people are split. I think I've seen more people in the chat, and both you guys are taking Al-Hazan. I'm still leaning Buckley, so we're disagreeing there. Jim Miller, Nicholas Mota. I'm not confident, but I Tapology. I picked Jim Miller. He's got more experience. Fight number 50 against a debutante.
Right.
Everybody's taking Parker Porter. I didn't see not another, but nobody's taking Alan Badeau. Nobody.
Yeah, that's good.
Majority, like 90% of everybody's taking Kyle Dawkins. There was some people in the chat though taking Jamie Pickett, and finally, majority on Hill. So, yeah, it's interesting, but we have to make a 3-leg parlay now with our consensus picks that we're confident with. So, and we have to look at the value too. We can't take Jonathan Pierce. He's minus 400. He's out. So we have to take people like David Onama. What's he, minus 170 or something?
Throw Onama on there for sure. Throw Onama.
Belveda or Belveda.
That's gonna be a close fight. Let me see here. I could go Onama. Well, you're not gonna like this, but I would go Onama, Skelly. I like Skelly. And what's Dawkins up to? I got him at minus 220 on this, but like that one, that's a nice parlay right there. The minus
275 for all three of them, putting you at plus 232.
For who? Which one was that? Dawkins, Onama,
that is for Dawkins,
Onama,
and Skelly.
That seems safe to me, to be honest. What else? Let's see. I mean, because like Kyle Hill or Jamal Hill, I like him, but man, it's not the safest bet. He should win, but it's not really like. Yeah. I like Skelly. I feel like Skelly's safe today for a decent price too. What's Batista? He's probably minus 400. I haven't really got to look at how he's driving.
I just made one with everybody's in agreement with these guys. We have Parker Porter, David Onama, and Deanna Belveda. All of them together come out to a plus 283.
That's a nice parlay. Yeah,
I got my plus 298 scratch off.
That's a good parlay.
988 and done. Bet placed.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good parlay. What's Kyle Dawkins, Jonathan Pierce, and Batista pay?
Oh, Pierce is a huge favorite, so that's gonna.
Dawkins?
Yeah,
plus 133.
Plus 130. I'm telling you, that might not pay that much, but put that as like your safe parlay, I think that's gonna hit. But then you said plus 133. That's not the greatest odds.
No, especially against Dawkins Pickett. I don't like it that much.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I got Dawkins.
I
got Dawkins Pierce, man. I feel like that's like the safest parlay you can make on this card. They should dominate their dudes, in my opinion, especially short. Both the guys are fighting, coming in on short notice within a week. You know what I mean? And they got full camps, and both the dudes are good. Jonathan Pierce, because I didn't get to talk about him. I feel like he's going to be he could be up in the top 5 eventually. Like his wrestling, he's got good striking. His striking's good. He struck with Kai Kamaka pretty good in the first round. He really didn't get him down, but man, I like Jonathan Pierce a lot.
4-legger, that's a good one right there.
Ranj, parlay, Miller, and Pickett. Do you just hate the troops?
Look at this one that I posted up here, NJ81. Porter, Onama, Pierce, Batista. That's got to pay out pretty good.
Where's it at?
4-legger.
Where'd you post it? Which one?
Let me see. We got. I'm gonna figure out what it is. He said Porter, the one that's right on the screen there.
Porter, Onama, Pierce. Yeah, I like that one. I like Onama, Skelly, and Dawkins. That three fight parlay right there will pay.
I don't trust Skelly. I don't think I'm going against him. I don't think
you
he's
trust Striegel.
No, I don't. But I don't trust Skelly either. I think I'm picking Striegel to win that. So
who'd you have against? Who'd you have out of Emmers and Skelly? You had Emmers.
Jamal Emmers, I did, but that fight never happened.
Right. Yeah.
The back spasms.
I can't remember who I had, but I know I'm Skelly. Skelly's tough. I don't think Striegel's tough. I think he fought real.
Oh, that 4-leg parlay, it's plus 250. I mean, it's all right.
Yeah.
The 3-legger we made is a little better. Because
Jonathan
Pierce and Batista are so chalky. That's why.
Yeah. What time does UFC start tomorrow? Like 4?
I get Dev the dude said 3 o'clock. I think East. What are you? You're Central?
Eastern.
You're Eastern? It's 4 o'clock, I think, for us. 4 o'clock.
Okay. 4 for okay. Yeah.
Porter, Pierce, Onama, Bautista plus 250. Right. I just looked that up.
For Nick Alexander, I think.
How about? Do you have any? Who's your dog picks? Miller and Al-Hazan.
Al-Hazan has to be the biggest underdog
the
play.
Best dog pick.
Yeah, because he's got a great chance to win. But dude, I'm just not sold on Buckley. Like I like him, but I don't think his chin can back up his style in this fight. So I like Miller too. I'm with Noah. I like Miller too, man. And Edgar too. I think Edgar can pull that off. I know the odds are going down on her a little bit, so little money must be coming in. He says Striegel and Skelly sound like characters, and they do too. They do. Yeah. And Striegel.
Most so what do you think? My opinion is Edgar. That's a good. She could do it too. I like
Edgar. I picked her in my breakdown,
but I can't put myself to bet her against Jessie just because they're both good looking females. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's a female fight. You can't be confident in either way.
Miller.
It's like a sloppy heavyweight fight. Except this one, Parker Porter is going to be Alan Badeau. But
yeah, you remember how good Badeau looked against Nascimento for that first 4 minutes? I mean, he wasn't throwing real power, but he was like Cyril God moving. So whoever bets on Parker Porter, I promise they're going to be nervous that first couple, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. But after that, Porter will take over. I didn't bet that. I stayed away. Like I said, I only have 5 bets, and 2 of them are parlays. But I did have Bautista versus Khalid Taha, and that fell off. So
yeah, I also had Batista beating Khalid Taha.
How'd you do last week, Dave? And your bets?
10 for 14.
Nice.
Made a couple $100. Wasn't much. Wasn't anything special.
Yeah. I went on my bets. I went 7-1, and I won 7.8 units. And then on my predictions, I went 12-2. The only ones I lost was Hernandez and then Morozov.
Nice.
Yeah, I went 11-3 overall, but that Morozov, I lost that one too.
I had I picked 2 at Boston by decision, like on Tapology too. I was going to, but yeah.
All right, I got to my Tapology. Everyone join Tapology. BC Dave 926 for the pick'em groups, and if not, just hit up my Tapology BC Dave every week.
How do you do that? What do I go into Tapology and just search? Because I've been using it for a while, but I never used to pick fights. Like even on YouTube, I didn't really know to even go subscribe and like stuff until more recently. So, but on Tapology,
you've got the pick'em groups, which I'm under group 926 BC Dave UFC MMA.
You said 926 BC Dave
UFC MMA. Yeah, it's pretty easy to find. And if not, every week we do a fantasy MMA bets. This week we've got four spots open for anybody who wants to come in, and it's a murderer's roll of pickers. Like this is the best. Real News is in here. Noah Mecca, Nick Alexander, Ranj is in here. Lanny Man, Fisty McKicker, Choke Volatile, Rim Renton, Ice Viking, who won it last week with, I think he only missed 2 fights. Like This is a murderer's row. And,
I like
and,
this
and if
style.
you win this topology, you know you got some fucking skills because it's not easy to win this topology.
Right. Yeah, dude. Since I started my channel in September 25th, because like right before I got on, I dropped another my official bets. I mean, I always put my bets and I put my ticket stubs on Instagram. But since I started the last week of September, I've gone 63 and 33 on my bets for plus 40.3 units so far. It's freaking awesome. I just got to keep it going. If we wouldn't have had that break, man, that like 4 weeks off, could have been at even more, but. Like in the other week too, man, I'll be at more if it wasn't for fucking Bondar's elbow and I'll freaking bury you. Couldn't need a
Do you
1-2.
bet any Bellator?
Man, I do sometimes if there's like a good one on, but them are so hard. The last one I did, I threw in a freaking parlay, 3-fight parlay, and I had Dalton Rasta, somebody, and then that fucking Jaleel Willis, and then Sabah Samasi or whatever the hell his name is came out, picked him up, threw him. I hate lower level shit like that because and he just like bragged on him, took him down, choked him out. I'm like, are you in a 3-leg parlay? I'm like, are you serious?
Oh,
Like,
Dennis Bondar, that right there, that sucked for me.
dude, that was
Dennis
terrible.
Bondar, I had so much faith in him, and
Yeah.
What did he break? He got his arm broken or something in that fight, right?
Elbow, dude. I think that like he got it hurt because he got, dude, like he came out, he got hit with a shot right off the bat, kind of rocked, and then he shot in on a fucking shot, and he went to the ground, and then fucking Gordon threw him right into an arm bar, like a triangle arm bar, and he rolled over, and I think that fucked his arm up, and then he got up, and then they started wrestling, and he just screamed and like tapped him. I'm like, what the fuck just? And dude, it sucks. That was the first fight of the night, and I had like 3.5 units on him in total in 2 parlays.
Locked in
Dude,
like
that shit on my night. Then Barry, you came out. That was a tough one. That was my biggest loss if I did them, but I got it back last week. So, man, that was tough. Oh, that dude would probably be out for a long time, man. So, who's your guy's most confident pickers? What's up?
We went through every fight. We made our agreed upon 3-leg parlay.
Yes,
Is there anything else you guys want to discuss about this card? Their underdog picks would be like there's take a hedge on Jim Miller. Abdul Razak Al-Hazan is the most popular underdog play for the entire card, right? And Stephanie Egger also.
Them are my 3.
You know what? I'm gonna make a crazy another 4-leg underdog parlay right now, just to
throw Striegel in there. You gonna throw Striegel in there?
I already have him in an underdog parlay. I'm gonna throw in
my mind though.
Stephanie Egger, Abdul Razak Al-Hazan, Jim Miller, and let's get one more. Let's do
Jamie Pickett's. You was liking him a lot.
Maybe. Let me see. How about
shoot, what's that 3-fight one? Put Johnny Walker in there.
All right, Johnny Walker. Yeah,
with your other Jamal Hill, because he's live, dude. Anybody that says Johnny Walker ain't live here, and I got a bet on Hill is lying to themselves because Johnny Walker is definitely live.
That pays out 4,663 plus 4,006. So if you put a $10 bet on there, you're gonna get $466. If you put
I wish I bet
on
there. That's a good bet. I mean, I wish I bet online, but this is why I don't, because I'll be on there fucking throwing everything on there.
No, I just I placed it for $10. Win $466 if I win.
So plus money, you picking Bobby Green against Islam?
No. I like Islam Makhachev. I'm high on him.
I'm mad that fight got canceled, dude. But that was going to be sad because Beneil Dariush ain't no pushover. Like, he's good everywhere in MMA.
Who did I see announced today? Ilya Tupuria is fighting Jai Herbert, maybe? Was it?
No,
I saw
he's
on Instagram.
Topuria is
on Instagram. Ilya Tupuria versus somebody like that,
when we lost Topuria, Evolov or whatever. That sucked. That was going to be a really good fight, man. That was going to be a good one. What do we got?
Man, who was it? I can't remember. I saw it earlier today on what's on Instagram. Maybe that's gone now. Oh, look at MMA Fortune Teller has an interview of Kyle Dawkins there. Kyle Dawkins is goofy looking. That's why I'm.
Yeah.
That's why. You know, I am kind of like casual when I look. Like if I pick by just looking at the dudes, I don't like doing that. But sometimes you just got to. That's why people watch the face-offs and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. But then you'd be
confident pick on the. What's your most confident? One most confident pick on the entire card. Mine is David Onama. That's probably
minus Onama, Pierce, and Batista and them guys.
Yeah, those are two confident picks also.
Can I pick Dawkins then? Because he's not like mine. But besides Pierce, Batista, like I like Dawkins, man. I really do. I think him, Dawkins and Skelly, man. For mid-range guys, without being able to use Onama, and I don't really want to go to. I bet Belveda, but it's not like you know what I mean. That's going to be a close fight unless she catches her or something. But Kyle Dawkins, dude, Kyle Dawkins and Chaz Skelly, man, them two for me. That's who I like. I feel real confident in them without picking Pierce and Onama and them boys. So.
All right. Well, Dave, you want to add anything before I close this out?
No, welcome to MMA Fight Club, to the Pick'em group, as well as who else has joined? Hang on a second. Who else has joined? Dirty Reg 22.
Dirty Reg.
Awesome.
Great.
Hey, that was awesome in here too. Nick, everybody, Dev, all the dudes.
Man, we got the best chat.
Yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I'm glad you tuned in tonight.
A lot of people.
I'm like 4 beers deep. I'm starting to feel it now, and I'm kind of hungry and tired. So I'm going to shut this down. Dev, I will send me a link tomorrow when you do your Dev. When you do your watch along, send me a link. I'll probably join you for a little bit here and there. I'm on vacation next week, but I'm still going to do some content from the resort. So yeah, look out for that. Attaboy. Well, it's like an indoor water park I'm taking my kids to, but I'm going to consider it a resort, you know.
That's a resort. That is a resort.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, the Great Escape. Yeah. So anyway, I appreciate everybody in the chat. Dave, Cody, always
good to have me on.
Dave, always later. Welcome.
Thanks, Owen.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Dev, look, Dev said y'all can join. Just Dev, if you're friends with us on Instagram, just send the link, and I'll join. Sure. So all right, everybody. Good night. Good broadcast tonight, and we'll see you next week with some more UFC picks. What's the next card? Is it a
Makhachev versus Green? Islam Makhachev versus Bobby
Green, or is it a
Green?
pay-per-view?
Fight night. It's a fight night. Yeah. Yep. All right, boys. Hey, good luck, everybody.
A little bit. Screw it. You want to look into it? Let's look into it. Let's do it. I don't got to end this yet. I do what I want. Let's look into it. Okay, so would be Vegas 49, correct?
Yep.
And let's just scan over these fights quick. Josiane Nunez, that's somebody's unranked contender contest pick for sure.
I gotta fill that out too. I've been so busy lately. I gotta fill that out, Ranj, that you sent me.
Yeah, you got the list. Just pick any unranked people that aren't already chosen. Then we have, look at this, Ramiz Brahimaj versus Michael Gilmore. Brahimaj all day.
Johnny Parsons was supposed to fight him. He must have fell off. I have a big parlay already with Johnny Parsons in it. And
yeah, Parsons withdrew, it says on Tapology right here.
Dude,
Parsons
who's Gilmore fighting? What's that?
Gilmore's against Ramiz Brahimaj.
Everything. I'm going to tell you this. I've already went through this whole thing, did all my film study. Well, most of it. I still got about 4 more fights to do tonight because, like I said, I was out of town. Dude, Michael Gilmore is the worst MMA fucking guy I've ever seen in the MMA, like in the UFC. Dude, I'm trying to like every
statement, bro,
every guy that I mean, even Chase, Sherman can take a punch. You know what I mean, dude? I got all these, bro. dude, I got nothing. I was like, I can't find nothing good for the dude. Like, he's fucking terrible. Dude, and then the craziest thing of all of it is he's got a fucking amateur win over Chaos Williams. That's why I went, like, with Kyle Dawkins' 5 losses in amateur, or even in Hellanger or whatever, his losses, like, back in the day, people can get way better real quick, and this guy's not. Ramazov is going to choke him out, dude, like, easily.
Oh, I don't like this card.
I agree.
Yeah,
we
I
have
don't like any of this card.
Jonathan Martinez, Alejandro Perez, Martinez.
decent.
I'm taking for that.
Yeah,
Terrence McKinney, Faraz Ziam. That's a
tough one, dude.
I'm on
That's
the
tough.
fence there. Who's this Victor Altamirano and
These two
Carlos
dudes-
Hernandez?
These
I
two
don't know
dudes are
them.
tough. They fought on the contender series. It's pretty much a pick 'em, and they both do about the same thing. They're both.
Are they both debutantes?
Yeah, but they both were winners on the Ultimate Fighter. Or I mean,
Look at
contender
this female
series.
fight: Jinyu Frey versus Hannah Goldie. I'm going to take Hannah Goldie
Easy.
on that. Jinyu Frey is at atomweight fighting at strawweight.
You're getting the dog. Hannah Goldie's the Frey's like minus 185 or something crazy.
Ooh,
And I don't think
nice.
she's going to be able to take Goldie down, but gotta look. I still got like 4 fights to look into.
If UFC had a weight, that's where Dre would be the champ. But at strawweight, she's just smaller than everybody. For real, she's smaller than everybody. Then we have another fight: Priscilla Cachoeira versus Ji Yeon Kim, the Korean fighter. I'm gonna take Priscilla Cachoeira though. I think she's just better.
Wait, so
And,
Taporia?
there's one of my unranked picks: Gregory RoboCop Rodriguez.
Hey, that
He's
dude
taking
he's
on,
fighting is an underdog. Armin
Oh, he's gonna
Petrosian.
win.
He's Russian,
That dude-
Russian guy, right?
Dude, that Russian
Armin
dude's tough,
Petrosian.
dude. Yeah, he's
Aren't they
he
all?
fought on the contender series. That dude's tough, man. That dude's tough. He can crack. He fought an undefeated Russian dude on there, got taken down 2 times. That dude wore himself out, and then he knocked him out. And like, that dude's pretty tough, dude.
Oh,
But he's
Dave,
an
one of
underdog
your
too.
picks.
Mhm.
Joel Alvarez, that's one of your unranked guys from Spain.
Dude, he's plus
He's
like
taking on
250.
Armin Sarukian. He's gonna lose.
I
Crazy
know.
fight.
I don't know. That's
That's a crazy
that's a
good
tough
fight right
fight.
there.
very good fight. I like that.
That's
I
a
will
very-
take the dog on that one. Fuck you,
Dude, Joe-
Armin, all day long.
Yeah, Joel Alvarez is plus 250 right now. Like that's
Wow,
I don't know
that
why
might be
is.
worth the bet right now. Take
Dude, he's
that
got
right
8
now, I
inches
think.
of height. 8 inches of height and 5.5 inches of reach, just so people know.
Oh,
This
you
next
know what?
fight should be good.
I'm gonna
Get it on
place
that
that
one
bet
right now.
Hey, I wouldn't
Right
even
now.
place it right now.
Me too,
Listen,
'cause
I wouldn't
that
even
line's
place it
gonna
right.
move.
No, don't because I got him at my plus 240 like 3 days ago. So it's actually money's coming in the other way. So if you want to bet
I
Alvarez,
got him
I'd
at
wait.
plus 250 right now.
Yeah, but he
I'm
was
plus
just
225.
he was. I got him
Okay.
at plus 2. I got him at plus 240 like a week ago. So I mean, I thought it was going up to 250. I thought he was going to be even more. But
It's at
dude, what he
250
did?
on Bet Online. I just made the bet.
Jump on it
but
now.
Armin Sarukian's good though, so that's not. I'm gonna be sweating
He's
on that
super
one.
good.
Then we've Ignacio Bahamondes versus Zhu Rong. Zhu Rong's like 20 years old from China, but
Yeah.
the dude is good. He's good. He's a hot prospect from China.
6 inches shorter though. 6 inches shorter and
Is he?
4.5.
I don't know
inches
yet. I gotta look more into that.
Yeah.
Gracious Serkinov versus Wellington Turman. I can't stand
Decent.
Wellington Turman. I think he should have lost to Sam Alvey actually. But
I can't stand either one of these motherfuckers, dude.
yeah, didn't Misha Serkinov got knocked out by Johnny Walker, right?
He's lost me a lot of money, like a couple times, just like. But I did have him against Jimmy Cruz somehow when he pulled off that Peruvian necktie. Like he should never beat Jimmy Cruz, dude. He gives up. He has no heart, but I don't think that's gonna come into a play here. That's like a pick'em fight too. So
And then finally, the main event. I'm taking Makachev to beat Bobby Green. I don't like to do that, but I got to go with Brain.
The thing I want to see about this is like that interests me is like Bobby he's a squirmy guy and he's like got really underrated wrestling and grappling. Not that he's going to out wrestle Makachev, but he's not going to get taken down and just lay there. And I don't think Makachev is going to be Islam's just going to be able to choke him out. Like Bobby Green's like. I don't think he's going to win, but I think he's going to make it a lot tougher than people think. Like, I don't think he's going to just get taken out and choked out. Like, he's super wiry and just slick. You know, just like his boxing and stuff is slick, his wrestling and jiu-jitsu is slick. I don't think he's going to win. I'm not saying that, but I want to see how he does finally against somebody really good like this.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Somebody's
right.
gotta be
Yeah.
big,
Didn't
Harmon.
Coach Ware try to eye gouge her last fight that she lost?
Yeah,
What was that to?
yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was great.
Ice Viking. I'll put a t-shirt bet on that.
On what? T-shirt bet on what?
Suzuki and Tiger uppercut? Nah. Nah.
Suzuki and dude, he is good though, dude. That dude's good, but man, that size advantage is going to be crazy. He ain't going to be able to strike.
PFL, yeah. What's happening there? I don't even know anybody fighting over the PFL tonight. I didn't look.
It was like a tournament for people to get into the PFL tournament. So it was like all these people I never really heard of. Yeah, it was weird.
So it was like the PFL version of Contender
I think
Series.
Chase Sherman was fighting over there. For sure.
James
Chase
Young.
Sherman's over there fighting for the fucking belt.
That's great.
All right, comment of the night goes to James Young.
What do you say?
Oh, R.I.P. MB, this one?
AKA Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
Well,
she doesn't. She's probably listening
Got canceled.
under her.
What did she do to get canceled? What why she dropped?
She didn't really. She fades. She she goes all the time. Oh, I'll definitely be on this weekend, and then she just does whatever. I don't care. I still love her. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, the next week's card is going to be interesting too, but this is the best statement right here though. Joel Alvarez on Razak fight of the night.
Dude, what Joel Alvarez did to Thiago.
That's why I took that underdog bet at plus 250. Absolutely.
Right.
Sarukian ain't going to be able to strike with Alvarez, dude. He's too long and crazy. And then Alvarez's main thing is his ground game, his jiu-jitsu. He's got like 16 submissions or 15 or 4. So it's like that dude's real dangerous, man. I think the only person that really beat him up was Damir Ismagulov, and that dude's tough as fuck. So. Yep. And that was his debut. And since then, he's just been choking. And see, the thing is why he's got all these submissions in the UFC is because he's besides his first one, where his first win, he was getting beat up by that Danilo, whatever, in the first round. And then in the second round, he ended up reversing him. But other than that, his other like 2 or 3 wins have been him beating the shit out of dudes standing up, and they shoot in and go for it. And he just submits them because they don't want to stand with him. Besides Moises, who fucked him up. But like Joe Duffy and another dude, not Ismagulov, but Yankovic or some shit like that. And choked both them up because they didn't want to stand with him. And dude, what he did to I had a bet on him when he fought. I wish I had more. I had 1 unit when he fought Thiago Moises. Dude, he fucked him up. Like remember he split him open like Moises. Yep. Like he's got like 6 inches of reach. I think he's got 8 inches of height, dude. It's a lot to deal with. Like he's definitely gonna have long legs. Sarukian's 5'7", so he's gonna be able to throw up triangles, arm bars, omoplatas, all kinds of shit off his back and standing. Even though Sarukian's a bad mofo, dude, it's like 6 inches of reach and 8 inches of height. And the dude throws crazy kicks and all that, but he's got to make weight and all that too. Alvarez couldn't even make weight last time, so it's another thing. But
thanks to Silky B for joining the Tapology group as well. Damn, guys.
I'll get on there later too. I wrote all this stuff down, Dave. I'll check it out in a little bit. I got so much stuff to catch up on.
We got a damn murder.
Let me see. But yeah, we all have unranked contenders fighting next week. I don't know about the chat, but I know me, you, and Mbe do.
Yep.
Yeah, I gotta find some people. I'm gonna pick out some people. You guys got a lot of them picked out, a lot of the good ones.
Yeah, I know. Well, I got a bunch of mine stolen. So did he. We all got our guys fucking skanked.
Look, can I get a Big Macadude? That's my white people impression.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Because when white people do me, they're all like, "Oh, call chicken fried rice," So I just reverse it.
Round
hey,
so
can
fat.
I get a bigger Macadude?
She did the what? Nah, you can do it. Anybody can do anything they want as long as you ain't hurting people. They're joking. You got to be able to have comedy.
It's all good fun. She's coming on. She just messaged me. She's got to defend her name. She's coming on. That's where I'm stalling right now.
Oh shoot! Come on, don't give it to the chat.
I think so. because they're all talking canceled, like Joe Rogan. Now look, now the chat numbers are coming back on. It dropped down to like 8, now it's back up to 12.
We're waiting to hear.
Huh?
Dude, I can't wait for these fights tomorrow. Sucks though, 'cause I only got a couple bets in, so there's gonna be some fights. But man, there's some untrustworthy fights tomorrow, boys.
Oh, there's
All
a
right,
ton
guys,
of them.
I'm gonna sign off. I gotta do some shit. Actually do some work. So
Dude, I want to get some
night,
food,
everybody.
man. I'm
Good luck
good luck on
starving.
all your bets. Once again, join my typology group.
I will. Yep. I got
And
that.
see you guys next week. Thanks a lot,
All
guys.
right.
Yeah,
All
sounds
right,
good,
boys.
Dave. Later.
All right, Ranj, I'm gonna get out of here, get some food too. But definitely we'll be in touch. You know, we do. I might even be off next week. I don't even know what's going. We got some letter at work that said we're only gonna work like half the year. It's like you're gonna work like 195 days and be off 167 or something. So I don't even know what any of that means. Like, because it was just a union thing that came out. So once I figure all that out, man, I might have some more days. Because like I said, usually I'd be working Friday night. I'd leave for work at like 8 at night, 8:30. So, but we'll figure something out, man. As long as I'm out, man, I have a good time when I'm on here.
All right. I was waiting for everybody, but I just sent her a message. Looks like stream is ending now. So
All right, Rand. Hey, thanks to everybody in the chat too for chatting. It's always a good time with them guys too, man. You got a good chat here.
yeah, absolutely. Everybody have a
All right.
great night, and I'll see
Good
you
luck
guys
tomorrow.
next week. Take care. All right, boys. I appreciate everybody hanging out. It was a good night tonight. Went over the entire card and next week's preview. So yeah, hope to see you guys all throughout the week. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm on vacation, but I will do some content from from my vacation spot. So good luck on your bets and see you next time. Thanks.